The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Okay.
Even the Queen likes a bum.
That's outrageous. Now, it's Friday night. I thought I've literally done no preparation for the show. I got in late, then we ate, then we watched Gogglebox. So I thought we'd start with...
Even the Queen likes a bum.
Will you stop it?
Dirty pervert.
Oh. No. They've got a nice little Catherine...
A dick. Dirty pervert. Even the Queen likes a bum.
So, but I thought we'd start... I thought I'd start... Brought my banjo in. Play a song. When I was a little bitty baby, mama done rock me. Stop. Go start again. When I was a little bitty baby, my mama done rock me. When I was a little bitty baby, my mama done rocked me in the cradle in them old... No, it's the album. I don't know the album version. Hang on, here we go. When I was a little bitty baby, my mama done rocked me in the cradle. Got it. In them old... cotton fields back home. Well, it was back in Louisiana, just about a mile from Texarkana. In them old cotton fields back home. Well, let me tell you now, well, I got me to fix it. Got a nail in my tire and then it expanded. I had to walk a long, long way to town. Came along a nice old man, well, he had a hat on. Wait a minute, mister, could you give me some direction? I'm gonna wanna be there in the morn. When the fields get rotten, when I got you, baby, who needs cotton in them old cotton fields back home? Easy. Yeah, I hit the note. Let me tell you now, well, I've something to warn ya. A summer's day out in California. It's gonna be them cotton fields back home. Well, it was back in Louisiana, just about a mile from Texarkana. In them cotton fields, let me hear it for the cotton fields. You know there's just no place like home. Well, it could feel good to breathe the air back home. You should have seen their faces when they'd seen how I'd grown in those old cotton fields back home. Okay, that was the album version, which is not as good as the single version. So that's their fault. That's their fault. They shouldn't have. That's the Beach Boys' fault. So that's a disappointing start to the show. First bit of the show, I'm going to be honest, was a resounding failure. And that's literally all I had. So we've now got 2 hours, 55 minutes. My name is Iain Lee. You are?
Catherine Boyle.
Who the hell is she? Who are you? Who? Come on the microphone. You're not Sam.
I'm Holly.
Never met you before. What are you doing here? Give us a little bit of background information about yourself, Holly.
I could pretend I'm on work experience. That'd be good. Oh no, I'm Alan's girlfriend, of course.
What rambling on about?
I'm Alan's girlfriend.
Alan who?
Caddick.
Oh my God.
Famous caller.
Says no one ever.
Oh my God.
Dirty pervert.
She's acting like we've met before. I've no idea who this gentleman is. Okay, Holly, thank you.
Terrifying.
It's absolutely outrageous. Just let a nut job in. No, never seen her before in my life. So tonight's show, we have absolutely nothing to talk about whatsoever. Not been through the papers. Nothing's really happened today. Oh, my phone died. My phone died yesterday, and then I put it in rice overnight, and then it worked again this morning. And instead of backing it up and getting all my photos off of it, I just thought, oh, my phone's working again. And it worked for about 3 hours, then it stopped working. So it's back in the rice, And in the morning, if it works, I'm just going to get all those photos off. There's lots of photos on there. But if I lose the photos, do you know what? I don't really care. I've got too many photos these days. But so I've not had my phone with me today. And it's been brilliant. It felt very strange. This is a sad indicator of the times. It felt very, very strange leaving the house without a telephone. But it was great. Freedom. No emails, no tweets, no phone calls, nothing. Nothing. Wonderful. Kid, can we play Pokemon on the phone? No. Why not? I haven't got it. Wow. It's great. Freedom. So, but it also means I'm brain dead. I've not come up with a single thing for tonight's show. Normally when I come in and I do I've not come up with anything for tonight's show shtick. It's shtick. And I've got a load of ideas, the length of my long monkey arms. But tonight, got nothing. I haven't even got a bit of paper. I'll get a bit of paper in the break, but I've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, dear listener, it's entirely up to you tonight on this. I tell you why I'm not really focused on the show. Because in 12 hours and 23 minutes, I'm getting those kittens. Those kittens are coming to my house. That's right, Ollie. Those kittens are coming to... I said kittens. They're about 6 months old now. But those two girls, whose names will be changed once they've been dropped off, they're coming to my house and life will be good. So I've not really... I just want... It's like, for me, this is the night before Christmas, which I think they call Christmas Nacht. Christmas Eve, sorry. And, well, you just want the day to go quickly, so then it's Christmas, right? But here's the problem, kids. If you wish for Christmas Eve to go quickly, Christmas Day goes twice as quick. You want Christmas Eve to go slowly, and then Christmas Day will go at normal speed. The best you can hope for is Christmas Day to go normal speed. If you wish for Christmas Eve to pass quickly, Christmas Day goes twice as fast. It's just the way it works. It's time. I'm 45 years old. I know these things. But so I have been wishing today away, thinking, I just want those cats. I just want those cats. I've got scratching posts, I've got toys, I've got new bowls, which I'm hoping have arrived. The new bowls should have arrived by now. And then those cats are coming. You coming tomorrow to come? You bringing the girls to meet the cats?
Yeah.
Bring the girls.
My little girls are very excited because they're not allowed kittens of their own.
Yeah.
They're just going to come and look at yours.
They can come and look at mine, definitely. And it's £5 per child and £10 for adults, okay?
Okay.
All right, just so you know.
Right. I'll stay in the car. I'm not that bothered.
I prefer that. So I've got nothing for the show. So here's what we're going to do tonight. He said, thinking on his feet. This is why I'm considered a radio maverick. Some call me a genius. I would never say that myself. I'm certainly not going to argue with anyone that calls me a genius. I'm not going to argue with them. I don't want to upset them. I'll let them believe that. This is why this show is unique. We're just going to sit here and we're just going to wait. We're just going to wait for the calls to come in. Because I have got faith in you guys. You, the listener. Yeah. You can do this. You can do this. You can make tonight's show good, excellent, or pony. It's entirely up to you. Not me. It's not Catherine. It's not... I can't remember her name. It's not Holly. Thank you. It's not Holly. It's you, dear listener. Tonight's show lives or dies thanks to you. So, phone number is 03... I'll take it. 0344 499 1000. Okay, that's the phone number. You phone up, you speak to Holly. Or, if you're lucky, you might just get put straight on air like this. Hello, line 1, you're on the wireless.
Oh, is that Iain?
Yeah, it could be.
Oh, it sounds like Iain. Well, it didn't say straight to air.
So what? I make the rules up as I go along. As I don't know if you're listening. I said I'm a maverick, and some people might call me a genius. I make my own. I wrote my own rule book after reading the original rule book, which I then ripped up and threw out the window, and then I ripped up my own rule book.
I don't blame you. No, I know it's you now. This is Stephen from the other day talking about. I normally talk to you about music and arts and things like that.
I don't need your life history. What do you want to talk about now?
Sorry? No, I was just wondering, do you know pictures of an exhibition, the Emerson, Lake and Palmer version of Mussorgsky's classical piece? Have you ever heard it?
Nope. I cannot stomach ELP.
Well, that's okay then.
I think they're silly. I think they're silly. I don't know very much about them, but all I know is when I saw Spinal Tap in concert, one of Emerson, Lake and Palmer came out and did his trick of putting knives into the keyboard, and I thought, no, stop.
No, I agree with you. I was going to ask you, what do you think of pop artists who try their hand at classical? Like McCartney's tried it, and I don't think much of it.
Boring. Stick to playing 12-bar blues in milk bars in the 60s. Stick to playing package tours with the Drifters. That's what I think.
So, have you ever heard of John Lord with Deep Purple?
No.
You've never heard of John Lord?
No, I don't know much about Deep Purple, but I know that I'm losing the will to live.
Well, really? Okay then.
There we go. You see, so this is it. It's down to you, dear listener. I didn't know many of the. Was harsh?
No.
Okay. I like your act, except when you do it to me. I've got nothing for tonight's show, so I'm not in a nasty mood. I'm in a good mood, as I'll demonstrate. But you've got to give me the goods. You've got to give me the goods tonight, guys. The onus is on you. I'll explain why in a bit when I've thought of a reason. Yes, Darren.
Hi, Ian. Hello. Lovely to talk. I just gave it.
It is lovely to talk, isn't it?
Yeah.
As Bob Hoskins used to say, but God bless Bob, my Uncle Bob, before he passed away, it's lovely to talk, isn't it?
That's certainly right, actually. Right. Firstly, last night's show was a little bit dark, but beautiful to listen to.
Are you on speakerphone?
Can I take it off? Sorry. I'm on my own, though.
What's that got to do with anything? You know the rules. You know the rules.
You hate it. I know, I do. I know. Sorry.
Oh, here we go. Someone's going to take it personally. Here we go.
Ian, it's me. You know me.
No, I don't know you. I know that you call.
Know what I mean? You
call regularly, and you always get a cob on at the end of the phone call.
Well, I'm calling tonight. I hope.
Okay.
Thanks.
I bet you do.
It'll probably be down to you, but I might.
No, it won't be. It won't be. Any cob on you get during your phone calls to me come entirely from you.
Agreed, but it takes a reason to get a cob.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. We allow it. Here's the thing. I had a great therapist once, an American guy, and I said, "This person is making me so angry because of what they're doing." And he said, "Tell me what they're doing," and I told him, and I described. He said, "That person's not making you angry." I said, "Yes, they are. I'm angry because of this person." He said, No, that person's not making you angry. You're allowing yourself to become angry because of this person. It's a different thing. If I get angry with someone, they've not made me angry. If I get upset with someone, they've not made me upset. I've made myself upset because of their behaviour. So if you get narked with this phone call, it's not because of me. You've made yourself get narked because of my behaviour.
I love phone in this place, but I'm a little bit apprehensive, that's all.
Well, that's your issue, man.
Yeah,
most people aren't.
I've learned something, to be fair, actually.
Come on. Let's do it.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption, boring.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead. No, Red Dead Redemption's a great game.
Oh, it's unreal, Ian. You can even just
Red Dead Redemption 2, the new one that's just come out, is a boring game.
The new one. No, Ian. That's what I mean. It's absolutely unreal.
Yes, I'm really boring. It's dull.
Because you don't have the time to put a few hours in. Neither do I. I'm self-employed, but I try on a night time to listen to the show whilst I'm doing it.
It's boring.
Ian, it's not, man.
Mate, it is. I've played it. And nothing happens. Right. And the people are going, you've got to give it...
There's no bit I understand.
Yeah, people are saying you've got to give it 3 hours to get into it.
I know what you mean by...
How many hours do you need to get into Pac-Man?
That's very true.
None. Straight away. You're in. Boom. You're in. The adrenaline of chasing those pills.
Well...
Red Dead Redemption 2 is a very, very dull game.
Ian, the story, it's like a film, honestly.
It's a cowboy film, and cowboy films are boring.
Well, I don't really like them, but I'm taking part in this one, lighting fires, fishing, catching fish.
Yeah, you're catching fish. You're catching fish. You're playing a video game where part of it is to catch fish. Do you know how boring catching fish is in real life?
Well, it's not real life, is it? I'm starting my backside, man.
The only good fishing game is Sega Bass Fishing, which is great, where you get a real rod.
Don't tell us that, because I'll end up buying it.
Buy Sega Bass Fishing and buy a Dreamcast. And then
Really?
it plays rock and roll music, and you cast out, and then you reel it in. That's a good fishing game.
When you're reeling in, does it play rave music or something?
No, it doesn't play rave music. That's a ridiculous thing to say.
Just a thought.
Okay.
No, Ian, I'm on to chapter 5, and honestly, it's like a film. The story is outstanding, man.
It's not.
It
It's
really
boring.
is. I wish you'd give it a chance, man.
Okay, well, maybe I'll play it again. I'm going to do some gaming tomorrow, but I probably won't play that rubbish.
Right, fair enough. What can I do? I can't talk you into how good it is. It's incredible.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're getting a lot of pleasure out of it. I wish I had, because I spent nearly 50 quid on it.
You and me both.
Yeah, okay.
And,
all right.
I tell you what, that's the last game I bought since, God, a couple of years now.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for that, Darren.
Anyhow.
Yes?
Cheers, Ian.
All right, bye-bye. We come on, guys. We need to... There's no vibe going there. There's no vibe going here. Am I being too harsh, Catherine?
No.
You like it when I get a bit spunky?
Yeah, I think some people deserve it.
Oh, and well, now that's mean.
Well.
It's like they do on the rap records, isn't it? 0344 499 1000. There's no vibe yet, and I'm not sure we're going to get one tonight, and that's all right, because tonight the onus isn't on me, it's not on Catherine, it's on you, dear listener. The onus is on you to make innovative, exciting radio. Can you do it?
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. I'll tell you why we've not got anything planned today. I came in late. Haven't had a phone all day. Kitten's coming tomorrow, so I'm very discombobulated, right? So it's a very strange time, okay? And then to make things even stranger, the coward, I don't want to use bad language, the skid mark, the human skid mark, better than I was going to say, the scumbag, the charlatan, the idiot machine, Michael Porkington Parry, didn't he do the weirdest thing?
Twice he did the weirdest thing.
Well, he came in and he said, "All right, Beatles expert, what day is it tomorrow?" I said, "Well, the 38th anniversary of John Lennon's murder." "Ah, you got that one." And then he ran off. Yeah. And then he came back wearing like a roulette-style cap. You go on, what did he do?
He said...
This is the weirdest thing, man, the weirdest thing, to a guy who, until last week, I'd never spoken to in my life.
Was it 40 years he was saying?
1974, I think.
What was number one on this day, 1974?
And we went, I don't know, you're wearing a Rubettes hat. Is it the Rubettes?
Close. Everybody was kung fu fighting.
And then he started singing it and doing it.
And doing chops.
He was doing it. He was doing a slightly Chinesey voice, even though Carl Douglas was not Chinese.
Yeah.
It was he was
like flailing about.
Very unfit man. He was jumping all over the shop.
Yeah.
So I feel abused.
We were sitting down as well, and he was kicking like around our faces.
It was very weird, man.
Didn't really know what to do with it.
I think he's had a sherbet dibdad or something.
Yeah. It's a bit like when Grandad's been on the sherry.
It was the weirdest thing. So we're a little bit, a little bit discombobulated, and also kind of, we try and make Fridays a bit different. Okay, you drive the show tonight, dear listener. You drive the show, but make it interesting. Okay, that's by the way, I'm very, very happy to have long periods of silence. Very, very happy. Very happy to do that. So you drive the show. 0344 499 1000. Let's go to Amy. Good evening, Amy.
Hiya!
Hiya!
You okay?
That's none of your business.
Shocker. Just wanted to talk about Sunday.
Sunday! Yes, for those who don't know, Sunday, Catherine and I are doing 2 live shows. The second show, 6 p.m, has sold out. The Rabbit Hole has sold out. Follow me on Twitter, though, because... kind of tomorrow and Sunday, I'm sure some slackers will say, I can't make it, I've got a pair of tickets for sale or to give away. So follow me and I will be retweeting all of those. And then 4 till 6, we're doing a different show. We're doing Ian and Kath's Christmas party game night. And there's still some tickets for that. IainLee.com/event. There's a handful of tickets for that. We're going to bring a load of games. You're bringing Silly Sausage.
Bringing Silly Sausage and Operation.
I'm bringing Family Fortunes and some Top Trumps. We're going to, the people are coming are going to bring games, and we're going to play games for 2 hours.
Yeah, do you remember last day at school?
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, I do remember it. So yeah, we're going to do that. So bring games. And by the way, we won't get to play everybody's game that comes, but bring a game. Bring something that's kind of noisy, ideally, or we'll have people shouting and is quick. Because we may only play it for like 2 or 3 minutes before we get bored and go on to the next game, okay? So bring something that you can get straight into that doesn't require setting up. But also, I'm not averse. This isn't a show. 4 till 6 isn't a show. So
it's just a hang.
Yeah. So if you're sat next to someone and you go, oh, look, flipping it, you got Buckaroo there. Get it set up. Get it set up and play it.
Yeah.
And we might then come over. It's a small venue, so we'll see everything. We might come over to you and go, oh, you're playing Kaplunk. I'm in. Get it set up. Get it going.
I won't play Buckaroo, though. I found it too frustrating as a child.
Oh, really?
I like things neat.
Okay.
So that just was mayhem.
Did you not find... I bet you found it tense as well.
Yeah, I did.
Tension. So, but it's going to be a lot. You're coming, Amy, for both shows?
I am indeed, yeah.
Excellent
Can't wait.
stuff. Are you bringing anything for us to play with?
Oh,
I didn't mean it like that, for crying... Oh, Catherine! Catherine, can you stop doing that face? Catherine, would you please...
Awkward.
Hang on a minute. Let me just put this microphone near Catherine's head. Hang on, so I can read her thoughts.
Dirty pervert.
Oh! Hang on a minute. Let me just put it next to... There's another thought forming.
Even the Queen likes a bum.
Why are you thinking that? Amy, please, continuez-vous, s'il vous plaît.
I'm going to bring a game called Categories.
Oh, I like it, yes. I can't remember how you play it, but I like it.
You can do like a filthy version, an adult version.
Right, so you can do a filthy version and an adult version.
And a rude version, and a porny version.
And a naughty version.
Inappropriate version.
There we go! It sounds right up our Strasser.
Yes, exactly. Ian, do you remember telling me on Wednesday you told me to F off? Well,
now... I don't actually remember this. This was you were watching on Twitch, on my Twitch stream,
yeah.
And then you said, I don't know, it's because I'm in the moment, I'm in the zone, and then I saw in the comments, did you just tell me to F off? I don't think I did. I think you imagined that.
Oh, no, I asked you to help me with my paperwork, and you were like, no, Amy, you can F off.
Oh, well, in that case...
Well, that's very clear, then.
That was fine. Well, I'm not going to do your paperwork for you, am I, for God's sakes?
Oh, I sat at work when I should have been doing work, and I committed your tweet.
Well, no, in fact, I know where you work because you've told me on the stream. I'm going to phone up the zoo. I'm going to phone up the place where you work, and I'm going to tell them that you and a lot of your team spend a lot of time watching inappropriate internet videos when you should be looking after the animals and stuff. So, actually, Amy, I'd be very, very careful about you trying to blackmail me. Because I'm the one that's got the power here.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Thank you very much indeed. We're looking forward to see you on hang on, what is this? Sunday. Don't get drunk on Saturday.
Sunday. Bye.
Bye. Now F off. It'll be a laugh Sunday.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
It's our last live show before Christmas. Then we've got one in January. We're showing Weird Science, the Rabbit Hole Picture Show. I'll set the tickets up for that. If you go to IainLee.com, and there's like a subscribe button somewhere, or you can put in your details. That will get you on the mailing list. If you're on the mailing list, I'm going to do a mail out next week. You're going to get, you will get a password that will get you slightly cheaper tickets.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. Right, so go to IainLee.com and sign up and stuff, and I'll send out an email maybe Sunday or Monday, or Tuesday or Wednesday, and you'll get a password that will get you slightly cheaper tickets for Weird Science. Hello, Joan.
Hello, Catherine.
Oh, hello.
Is that Catherine?
I'm Catherine, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't hear very well. You know last week when you went to Halifax?
Yes.
And you said you saw a Christmas fair in a courtyard?
Yes.
Well, look under Peace Hall when you've time.
Yeah.
It's a very famous place. And they've just spent millions doing it up. There's shops and all sorts in it now, and cafes. So I thought you might like to know what it was.
Thank you, Joan.
It's very famous. I came from Bolton to Bradford when I was 3, and been in Leeds 2 years because my husband took very poorly. And my daughter wanted us near her, so we're in Leeds now. So I thought you might be interested in that, Catherine. It's a very famous place.
Hello, Joan. This is Iain. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello, Joan. We got a little bit of the history from Sophia, who was kind of our was with us in Halifax, and also Reese Dinsdale told us a little bit about it and about the work they've done. But we only saw it very briefly because we didn't know what was round this corner.
No, I know. She said it looked like a courtyard.
Oh, it was incredible.
It was beautiful.
It would do over the wall, but they've just done it all up and spent thousands and thousands on it.
We were very.
I think they had a gate with a sheep on.
Yes, we saw.
Yeah.
It's like Jesus' face, and then over the top there's the sheep. Because didn't they used to have a wool market there in the olden days?
They used to sell the pieces there.
Yeah.
That's why it's called Peace Hall.
Oh, and it's Peace as in Piece, not Peace Hall. That's interesting. So you used to live there, did you, Joan?
No, I was born in Bolton, Lancashire. Came to Bradford when I was 3.
Yeah.
But we used to go all over me and my husband when he retired, so...
Oh.
And I thought you might be interested.
No,
I
very
didn't know
interested.
anyone told you.
No, we could always do with a bit more information about wonderful places scattered around the country. So thank you for that, Joan. Joan, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
You sound like a very intelligent young lady.
I'm only 88.
Well, exactly. You're just approaching midlife, right? Middle age.
And I've only a bit of sight in one eye.
Well, there you go. But can I ask, why are you listening to this rubbish?
Because there's nothing else.
Good answer. What a good answer.
Oh, bless you, Joan.
No, I don't mean that. I laugh at you. Only thing is, when you bang your desk, it gets me mad.
Stop banging your desk. Will you stop
when you bang on your desk, it gets me mad because I've got to listen through headphones because I've got rats all around me.
You got rats?
Flats.
Oh, I thought you said rats.
Above me, below me, and each side of me.
Right.
Oh, blimey. Okay. Oh, well, Joan, listen, we haven't spoken before, have we, Joan?
No, we haven't. I've spoken to James.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, you will be very... Listen, here's the thing. You know me and Kath are on Monday to Friday, 10 till 1.
What's happened to Saturday?
Well, she's good. Well,
that's a recording, but
Saturday is a best of, and we're trying to make it so that we get to do Saturdays live, but there's like, they've got to find money for it. That's the problem.
That's it.
But that's what we're working on. But if you call up any time, you can call our show any time, I'm going to make sure you go straight to the front of the queue.
You mind me ringing then?
Oh, God.
I love you ringing.
No, that's an absolutely lovely call, Joan, and you give us a call any time. It's nice to talk to you, my dear.
You too. Thanks very much,
Take care.
both of you.
See you later, Joan.
Joan.
Bye, love. Bye-bye. Well, that was a nice call.
That made me well up a bit. She sounded like my grandma Florence.
Didn't she sound lovely? 88. Can we find anybody older? Listen, why listen to this rubbish? There's nothing else on.
True.
That's fair play.
Yeah.
Give you that.
And will you stop banging her headphones?
Joan?
She'll have your guts for garters.
I like that. Thank you for that, Joan. No, that's great. We did get a little bit of the history when we were there, and we read the plaque. But no, it's good, and it's good. It's amazing that they're not amazing. Let me start again. We're always fascinated in all these stunning places that are scattered around the country. That's why we go, and that's why we went to Halifax, because I'd never been to Halifax before, and it sounded like a good evening, and it was brilliant. That's why we take the rabbit hole out and about all over the country to get out of this whole London-centric thing. It's obviously this comes from London because this is where the studio is, but
I always love it when you see that someone is splashing money on arts, because you'd think that these days that's the first thing often to go, isn't it? They stop spending money on things like that and they say they can't justify it because it's a luxury. Well, it's not a luxury, actually. In hard times, people need to escape a bit, and that place is just amazing. Anyway, Joan, thanks for ringing.
Thank you, Joan. That was lovely. Let's go to the Netherlands. And Clive. Hello, Clive?
Hello. Is that Iain?
Is that Clive?
It is all.
What do you want, lad?
Well, I want to have a word with you about your behaviour, to be honest.
Okay.
Because I ain't happy. And it's took a while for me to build up to making this call.
Here we go, Clive.
And I think you've been a bit of a bully to someone. And I wanted to get that off my chest. And
who do you think I've been a bit of a bully to?
Well, The thing is, right, you make out like it's all a laugh and a joke and everything.
Who have I been a bully to, Clive?
Hang on a minute, I'll get to my point in a minute.
No. Your point, you've accused me of something that's actually libelous, so let's get down to the facts.
Well,
who have I been a bully to?
Okay, the housewife's favourite.
Clive, you've been in the Netherlands too long. Speak English, my friend.
All right, I'm going to get to the point. I'm really annoyed and frustrated by the way you keep having a go at Nick Knowles. It's right. I mean, he's a bloke who spends most days building community centres for the underprivileged or I don't know what, and he goes home and writes an album, and then all you can do is have a go.
He didn't write the album. A lot of the album was cover versions, mate. So that's half your argument chucked out the window.
Well, it's still ain't right, is it?
Well, the album was lousy.
It don't matter.
And how do you know that those community centres are still standing? His building might be lousy. You don't know.
They're still there, I guarantee it. And he's got a cookbook. What have you got?
I haven't got a cookbook.
Why not? When are you going to do a cookbook, Iain Lee?
If I did a cookbook, would you buy it?
I'd read it. I can't guarantee I'd pay for it, but I'd have a look.
Okay, so you'd read it. All right, so... And if I did an album, would you buy it?
I don't know, because an eye for an eye don't make the world blind.
You need to get over this whole Nick Knowles... Listen, you. Callers like you make me sick. Right, you make me sick. Right, coming on here, throwing around the B word, which is libelous, and my legal team, we're putting a blank cassette and we're recording this phone call, and I'm going to be passing it on to my legal team. Don't you worry about that, Clive, if that is your name, because you're kind of the scummy coward that would make up a false name to get on the radio. That's the kind of thing that you would do. You're so obsessed with Nicky Knowles. He ain't going to win the jungle, you know. He ain't going to come third in the jungle. You know that, don't you?
I don't even know he's in the jungle.
Oh,
he's in the jungle.
You knew he was in the jungle, Clive. You liar.
Hey.
You liar.
In the jungle. I don't even watch you in the jungle. I couldn't give a monkeys about the jungle, but I tell you what.
You keep saying
he's
jungle.
Built something good in the jungle. I bet he's built a community centre for the deaf. If they've got deaf people in the jungle, there is.
Why don't you go, if you love him so much, Clive, why don't you go marry him?
I think there's a subtle homophobic undertone in that, and I don't think it's appropriate.
Nothing homophobic about suggesting that you go and marry someone who you've already inserted your tongue up their a-hole.
More homophobia?
How is rimming homophobic?
Because I ain't gay and neither is he.
Prove it.
How can I prove that? What would be your test, mate?
I'll do a test.
How am I going to prove on the radio?
I will do a test.
Prove that?
All right. I will do a test to prove whether you're gay or not for Nick Knowles. All right?
Okay.
I want you to imagine having sex with Nick Knowles.
I don't need to imagine it, but that don't make me gay.
What do you mean you don't need to imagine it? So you've done it? Thanks for your call, Clive. Totally got him there. Totally got him. 0344. God, that could have gone the other way, couldn't it? I was getting worried at the start of that. He was good. He was good.
Yeah.
I was thinking, uh-oh, did I go to school with him? What have I done? 03... Stay there, George. Stay there, Holly. 0344 499 1000. It's a slightly different show tonight in that it's handing it over to you, dear listener, entirely. You set the tone for tonight's show. And I've got to say, very weird vibe. Very weird. Not completely enjoyable, but totally listenable. I couldn't switch this off if I were listening to this. This is the Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee and Catherine Boyle on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Because they're too real to be part of my imagination.
On Talk Radio.
Let's just dive into the phone calls. We'll go to Holly, then we'll go to George, then we'll go to Jack. Good evening, Holly.
Hello.
Hello, Holly.
I'm good. You didn't even ask how I was, did you?
Sorry?
I said I'm good, and then you didn't ask how I was.
No, I didn't. That's correct. It could have been worse. You could have come on and said, hello, Holly, I'm Iain, which some people do. They say their own name to me. But no, I didn't ask you how you are. I've literally have no interest whatsoever.
I am good, by the way.
I don't care. Don't stop telling me.
Nick Knowles.
Yes.
Right, was on the bus in London. Top deck, obviously you've got to sit on the top so it looks like you're driving.
Oh, mate, me and Kath got the bus the other day.
I've got a photograph of you doing just that. I'll tweet it.
Tweet it. Love it. It's the best, isn't it?
It is. It doesn't get old, and I swear I'm convinced I'm driving it.
I love this country so much. I love it so much because you can pretend you're driving the bus.
Says they're not gutted when they get to the top of the flight of stairs and
someone sat there.
Taken their lives. Not that I can do that anymore.
And I hate the thing as well where there's just one person sitting in the front seat, but they've not budged over, so you can't.
And they've got their bag there.
Yeah, that's outrageous. That is outrageous.
Selfish.
We just had a great text. I'm going to do it in the voice they've written it in. What is this crap on right now? Who is this idiot? Talk radio, this is total crap!
Hi, Dad.
Call in, my friend, call in. Your number ends 728. Give us a call in, because tonight's show is slightly different in that we're handing it over to you entirely. Normally, we kind of... I have some few tricks up my sleeve. I've got nothing tonight, so we're handing over to the callers entirely. 0344 499 1000. We call you back. Holly is a regular contributor to the show. Let me rephrase that. Holly is an irregular contributor to the show in that she comes on from time to time, but we don't quite know when and we don't quite know where, and I like that. Unlike some of
It's true, and normally I'm like trying to plug something or talk about stuff I'm doing for work or, just make people aware that disabled people have sex, but tonight it's all about Nick Knowles.
Here we go.
Less hustle, more muscle.
That's what we're talking about.
On this bus, top deck, me and my boyfriend having a cracking time driving, obviously. Yeah. And there's a guy and a man and a woman sat behind us. We don't see them because obviously we're sat driving, but they're sat directly behind us. Yeah. And all of a sudden we become really in tune to their conversation. Yeah. And they are talking about dogs they have met and sniffed. I kind of quote unquote. And they are essentially rating how good these dogs were based on, their dogginess, but also their smell. They were like, yeah, that's a great one. I remember sniffing that dog. And I love dogs, who doesn't? And, we're laughing, and I'm trying not to, kind of embarrass these people behind me because they're absolute,
Sniffing, they're sniffing dogs.
People, but they're going around sniffing dogs, which is a great pastime, I'm sure, but one that I wasn't familiar with.
Yes.
So then we go and get off the bus, and obviously I see them, and gosh, and this must be maybe about March, April time, and we get off the bus, and I go to my boyfriend, you know who that is, don't you? He went, no. I went, Nick Knowles. Nick Knowles sniffs dogs.
Dirty bastard. What a dirty pervert. He's a dog sniffer.
He's a dog sniffer.
Did he get voted out?
Yeah, yesterday, I think.
So what position did he come?
5th or 6th?
Yes, you beat him.
Yes, mate, I beat him.
Oh, beat him by miles.
Yes, mate. I came 3rd, for those who don't know. I came 3rd last year. Thanks very much for asking.
And that's because you don't sniff dogs.
Exactly. I lick cats, but I don't...
And he allows them to nibble his nipples.
I do that, yes. I'm not a dog sniffer. Isn't that weird? He was sniffing dogs.
Do you have milk in your nipples?
Sorry?
Do you have milk in your nipples?
Are you thirsty? I've seen Rylan made himself lactate for me.
That can't be right. He must have some sort of infection.
How?
It's true. He said, here. Do you know? Have I shown you this? Look what I can do. I can make my tits make milk.
Are you sure it wasn't like infection?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It sounds scammy to me.
I went, no, you can't. Yeah, I can. Have a look. Then he lifted up his shirt and he was flapping away, and then he started milking his boob. He goes, it's normally quicker than this. There it is, look. And a little drop of milk came out of Ryland's boob.
Oh, no, that sounds like he needs to
scandalous.
Leave that alone.
That is the great scandal of our age. Ryland lactates.
I mean, I can see it in the papers tomorrow. Ryland lactates, Nick Knowles sniffs dogs. We've got all the breaking stories today.
Yeah, well, there you go.
It's a beautiful.
All right, Holly, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Bye! Let's go to George. Good evening, George.
Good evening.
Good evening, George.
Am I an irregular contributor?
You are a regular caller.
Am I?
Yeah, you call regularly.
Not every week, and
I'm not saying it as an insult.
No. I'm just wondering what makes a regular caller.
Well, you call quite regularly.
Do I?
Yes.
Okay.
How can you think you don't?
Well, I would think regularly would be almost every evening, but
no, regularly could be once a week.
Okay. But I'm less than once a week.
Well,
so.
no, you're not. I think if we were to do the average, sometimes you call 2 or 3 times a week.
Do I?
Yes.
Question, what is the address on Sunday?
The address is the Bill Murray Pub.
Right.
In Islington.
What's the nearest tube station to that?
I think it's the Angel, and then it's about a 10-minute walk from the Angel.
Is it?
I think so, yeah.
I hope it's not raining then.
Or you have to get an umbrella.
Yeah.
You have to have an umbrella.
6 o'clock kick-off.
6 o'clock till 8 o'clock is the rabbit hole. Yes, your name will be on the door. And after that, me and Kath will be sticking around for about 30 minutes afterwards, if anyone wants pictures and to come and say hello and stuff like that. And then I'm going home.
Could I do an exchange with you? I found a tape that's got all the Peter Cook stuff on it, and could I get my other tapes back on Sunday, do you think?
Hopefully, yes. I'm not totally sure if they might be at my house in Windsor, and I'm not sure if I'm going to Windsor. Let me, if I don't bring them Sunday, I'll find them and I'll send them to you in the next couple of weeks, I promise. I've not lost them. I know where they are. They're either in my house or they're in the house in Windsor, and I just need to double check.
Okay, and it is the anniversary of John Lennon's exit on Sunday. Really, it was
Saturday.
It was the 8th in America, but it was the 9th here.
Okay.
So I'm hoping there'll be things to imagine on Sunday. And
no, there'll be nothing to imagine. We're going to provide everything for you. No imagination is required. Catherine and I are going to present you with a 2-hour non-stop roller coaster ride full of laughs and giggles and tears.
And no imagination.
No imagination whatsoever. No, leave your imagination at home. You will not require it. We've done all the work for you.
Oh, okay. It would be nice if tonight people called in and
get your own radio show!
Told us what they were looking forward to. I'm looking forward to Sunday. So
there you go, you see. Everyone's looking forward to Sunday. It's going to be the night that it's going to be like Waco. No, not Waco. That was that ended badly. It's Waco. I'm going to go with that until I can think of something better.
Wake up.
Wake up. It's a Waco morning.
Okay.
Thank you, George. See you Sunday.
Look forward to it.
Ta-ra. Don't look back to it or you miss it. Let's go to Jack. Good evening, Jack.
Good evening, Ian.
Good evening, Jack. What can I do for you tonight?
How are you?
That's none of your business.
I knew you were going to say that, and why did I ask?
Because you are a machine controlled by the state. You have no free will.
I work for the CIA.
There we go. Oh, flipping heck. He works for this lad works for the CIA. Blimey, don't tell everyone. You get taken out by the Russians, the Ruskies. No one calls them Ruskies anymore.
Probably a bit rude.
No.
Bit rude? They come over here and murder people on our territory.
Not all Russians.
No, not all Russians come over here and murder people on our territory, but
just the highly trained killing
the
ones.
Ruskies do.
So, Ian,
yes.
I had an exam this week for history.
Oh, yeah? How did that go, son?
And I got a B+.
Hey, nice one, man. Well done. What kind of era of history was it?
Malcolm X, Martin Luther King.
The what?
I can't remember what
all right. Okay.
So,
Okay.
I went to the doctor this week and...
Said I feel like a pair of curtains. Huh?
And I got diagnosed this week with mental illness.
With what? With mental illness?
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, man. What? Anything specific? What did he say?
He said...
Or she?
No, it was a he. He said, listen, Jack, I'm diagnosing you with autistic spectrum disorder.
Oh, okay.
And then he said, and I'm also diagnosing you with ADHD.
OK, that's interesting. How did that make you feel hearing that?
I just said to him, look, everyone's different. If you've got a mental illness or a physical disability, it doesn't really matter.
No. Can I ask you, Jack, did you find it a relief to be told what was, in inverted commas, wrong with you? Did you find it a relief to be able to put a title on your behaviour?
Yes.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people do. When they're given the diagnosis of ADHD or autism of some kind. I know that that's a very blanket term. Well, I'm pleased for you, man. I'm pleased that you have a diagnosis.
Yeah.
You feel a bit of relief?
Yeah, I'm just waiting on the doctors to say, right, you could have this medicine to help you concentrate so you don't kick off.
Yeah. Have you started taking the medicine?
Yes, and the doctor said to me, listen, Jack, you might notice a sudden change in your appetite at lunch.
Yeah.
But that's just the medicine.
Well, listen, man, it's always good to talk to your doctor about these things, and I'm sure you'll keep in touch with your doctor and discuss how you're feeling and stuff. Always happy to take your calls, Jack, and you let us know how it's going on. And how were your parents about this? They're cool?
Well, my mum and dad are nurses, so...
Oh, well, that makes things a little bit easier then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Jack, you're a good man.
Thank you.
No, you're a good man. Have a good... What are you doing this weekend? Anything exciting?
I'm just going to sit down and watch YouTube.
That sounds great to me. Who are you watching on YouTube? Because I want to get some new names, because we've got this Dennis Daly guy and we love him. But who are you watching on YouTube?
Well, I usually watch you on YouTube. I mean, not to be creepy or anything.
Oh, there you go. Well, listen, 4 o'clock on Sunday, we'll be streaming live on my Twitch channel as well, if you want to watch on there.
Oh, okay.
All right, twitch.tv/Iain Lee, 4 till 8, roughly, maybe a little bit later than that. But me and Kath will be doing a couple of shows on there, OK?
OK, I'll watch that then.
Jack, you're a good man, and
okay.
I wouldn't normally ask this, but can you just remind the listener how old you are?
I am 14 and a half, almost 15.
There you go, you see. I think it's important because I know you're a young man, and there will be a lot of people listening who will be quite inspired by you phoning up and sharing what you've just shared. So thank you very much, Jack.
OK, thank you, Ian.
Take care of yourself, fella. We'll speak soon.
OK, bye.
Bye. There you go. No, a nice lad again. I like Jack. He's not called in for a little while, has he? And well, I hope that diagnosis is the key to unlocking his full potential that is within.
What you said there about it being a relief when you know what it is.
I've heard a few people say that.
Yeah, a friend of mine who had children around the same time as us, so we were all kind of looking at each other. You know, you look at each other, is your baby doing this? Is your baby doing that? And we kind of started to notice after a couple of years that her boy wasn't quite developing in the same way. And it took a long time, but when he eventually got a diagnosis with Asperger's, she burst into tears, and it wasn't because she was sad for him. It was like,
relief.
Right, OK, so now we know what we've got.
Yeah, we can start.
We can build on that.
Yeah.
Rather than just thinking, am I being fussy? Am I making excuses for not being able to do this?
Thank you for sharing that, Jack. That's that must be a lot. And well done on your history exam as well.
Gosh,
but that must be a lot to take in at 14 and a half. You know, all of that. And good. And your parents are nurses, so that gives a little bit of guidance and room and stuff. Thank you, Jack. Good evening, Tina.
Hey, Ian.
Hey, Tina, what you got for us?
Oh, Nick Knowles.
Oh, here we go.
Have you?
I would.
Oh, Tina!
Tina!
Dirty pervert.
I'm not going to apologise for that.
What has he got that other men haven't got?
A dick.
No!
Whoa!
Exactly.
Dirty pervert.
What? Seriously, Nick Knowles? Like your dad's best mate? That's what he looks like. He looks like everyone's dad's best mate.
Actually, my dad's best mate is a builder, so yes.
There you go.
He's my type. He's sort of my age, that's why.
Oh, so old and rugged and common.
And handy.
Very handy.
Oh,
That's what we like.
Tina, you dirty mare! Let him get his. Hey, I put together a bookcase today, Tina, and in the instructions it said it required 2 people. I did it on my own. Yes, it's a little bit wonky, and I've had a bit of wood left over that I was supposed to put somewhere. Doesn't matter. I still put it up.
You built a bookcase. Knowles builds a library.
There we go.
Also, tell her about what happened when you built that television table.
I'm not going to tell her what happened.
I'll tell you then, Tina. He screwed it to the floor. He screwed it to the floor.
Oh.
I was building a television table, and I had to
He finished it and then tried to move it into position, and he couldn't.
It was screwed to the floor with 4 screws. And I was thinking, I remember doing it going, this. And Kath was sat there watching. I remember doing it going, this is a very tight screw.
My husband's like that. He's no good at DIY. He found some, you know, those sort of floorboards you have in the kitchen. They slot together.
Yeah.
But someone was giving them away.
Yeah.
He didn't even realise he didn't have the full pack.
You know what they call that? Tongue and groove.
Nick Knowles is great at tonguing and grooving.
He is.
He just laid them
Hang on 1 second. Is this a pre-record? It's pre-recording news. I will be a little bit late for news. Sorry, go on, Tina. I just wanted to make sure we were right.
Yeah, he just chucked these floorboards down and then just put everything back on top of it. It was like being on the sea. Everything was wobbling.
Well, so that he didn't clip them together?
No, he just chucked them down. That bad.
Nice one.
He's worse than me, that fella.
Oh, I'm going to go now, but before I go...
Yes?
We're coming to see you on Sunday.
Okay.
Is it smart casual, or can I just come up shabby?
No, it's very smart. It's very smart.
I'm going to turn up in a dress and everyone's going to look like tramp.
No, it is a proper, like a theatrical show. I'm not wearing a tux. I was going to wear a tux, but I'm going to wear a suit and tie, and Kath's wearing a party dress. So, yeah, it's going to be very smart.
Yeah, right, OK then. All right then, I'll see you Sunday.
See you later on, Tina. Look forward to seeing you in your smartest.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Well, it rained again this Christmas, seems to happen every year, and it always snows on TV. And I saw you in your photograph, seems you're having so much fun, and it's okay, you don't belong to me. And how I hate this time of it's dark and it's cold, and I feel I'm getting older, and I wonder, are you watching Home Alone too? Are you watching Home Alone too? I'm dreaming of you, and I don't know what to do. Well, I saw you last Christmas Eve when I ruined everything. How strange, from lovers to friends. And I heard you on the radio, and you played our favorite song. It's okay, I know how it is. Man, I hate this time of day. It's dark and it's cold, and I feel I'm getting over it. Still, I wonder, are you watching Home Alone too? Are you watching Home Alone too? 'Cause I'm dreaming of you,
special, isn't it? That's the Staves. My new favourite band. That's their Christmas song. Home Alone, 2 TOO.
Ha.
You see? So it's like double clever. That only came out. They only dropped that yesterday. Dropped it. That's brilliant. Man,
I like
really,
them.
Yeah, I am. Heard one of their songs on Six Music. It's called White Teeth or something. Teeth Whitened or something. And it was one of those songs I couldn't work out if I liked it or not. I kept thinking, I think I like this. Actually, I don't think I do like it. And very rarely does a song have that kind of tussle going on. And by the end of it, I thought, no, I think I loved it. I think it was brilliant.
I was straight in with it. I thought it was great. There's something about family bands with sisters
Voices.
Singing together.
Beach Boys. The voices. There's the DNA, man. There's the vocal blend. Anyway, it's the Staves. They're brilliant. I've tweeted them to see if they come on the show. I don't know if they will. I don't know. We can, but you can all tweet them at the Staves and ask them in a very polite, respectful way to come on this show, please. At the Staves. Just send them. Say that yesterday we spoke about them a lot. We're going to be speaking about them all next week. God damn it! Because there was just moments in that song. First time I've heard that, by the way. I just took a punt and thought, I bet it was a joy. Hairs up on my arms and on the back of my neck, and those harmonies, man, that's intricate shiz. Balls. Right, okay.
Oh, what?
No. We had okay, I had an email from Denny, and we're not in trouble.
Oh.
We're not in trouble. We're in a little bit of trouble. So he's got this thing. Denny is our boss, and dick. Oh, hang on. How do you do it? A dick.
No, but you've got to hide it a bit more than that. He's a dick.
What are you saying?
He's a dick.
You're coughing. I can't hear you.
He's a dick.
You're coughing. I can't hear you. Just try it without coughing. He's a dick.
I'm not saying it because you'll clip it and send it to him.
So anyway, and he's got this idea. So we're sat in the studio, and Catherine is sat to the right of me, and there's cameras everywhere now. There's more cameras than there are people who work at this bloody station.
Yeah.
And he's got this brilliant idea. All right, guys. I've got an idea. He's tiny. Got an idea. Both physically and in imagination. I've got an idea. Instead of you sitting on different sides, you should sit next to each other, and then it's one shot. And we did it the other day, and Catherine...
He wants us to be like Piers and Susanna.
Catherine was on a higher chair than me, and and he... it was funny. It was a bit of fun. It was a bit of knockabout fun, as anybody with a sense of humour would acknowledge, right? He didn't see it as funny, and I got a very angry text.
He used to work at TalkSport, let's just say.
I got a very angry text saying, "You're taking the piss out of me. You're taking the piss out of me." I went, "No, we're not. I said, you do it, and you do it properly. So, could you bring in the other stool?
Yeah.
From out there, Catherine, and we'll do it. We'll do it properly.
Do it the way you want it.
We'll do it the way that Denny wants it. Let's get this. Right, so we've got to sit next to each other. He reckons it'll look better. I'm not convinced. Oh. Right. Yeah, I'll take that.
Right.
You bring your microphone round.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. There we go. Okay, can you squeeze in there?
Probably. Do you want your mouse? You want that.
Okay, if you sit down.
Let's get right as you watch.
Don't worry about that. You sit down there. Okay. Okay. This is...
Oh, hang on, I need my headphones.
Here we go. It's our boss's idea to do this. What a visionary he is. Wants to sit next to each other. Sit next to each other. This is the Late Night Alternative. I'm Iain Lee.
I'm Catherine Boyle.
You can give us a call, 0344 499 1000. Yay is the phone number. I didn't really like it the other day. I think I prefer it like this.
My eyeline leaves much to be desired.
I think...
No,
I'm just getting comfy because it's
You're manspreading.
Not manspreading.
I feel like I'm caged by your crotch.
Don't be so obscene.
Well, I am. You're obscene. I'm the one that's right level with it.
I'm enjoying this. I think this actually... I can see the show working like this.
I can see a bit too much of your show.
Steady. So, OK, well, let's crack on with the calls. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number if you want to give us a call. The Late Night Alternative. Can I ask you a question, dear listener? Does it sound different if we're sat like this, or do you get the same kind of vibe? Because I think this could work. I think this has got what it takes to make great radio.
I just liked it the way it was.
And also great online visual content. Because let's be honest, radio isn't really about listening to something in a little box in the bed anymore or when you're in the car. It's about
optics.
It's about short 2-minute video clips on social media. That's what radio is all about. So I think this is a great idea, Denny. I'm sorry for taking the mick out of you. I'm sorry we didn't do it properly last time.
Mouse.
Okay. So 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you'd be very welcome.
Could you...
Sorry?
If you let one go?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Got a problem with that?
Yeah, I have a bit, yeah.
That's rude.
It is.
Of you. Let's go to the ads, I think.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
You're listening to The Late Night Alternative. I'm Iain Lee.
And that's me, Catherine Boyle.
We've got a new seating position, which actually I quite like. I would like to officially apologise to my boss, Denny Morris. And Denny is short for mocking him for his suggestion of us sitting next to each other. I think this works.
Well, you would think it works. I'm directly next to your backside, which has been ripe recently, especially with the vegetarian
Since
thing.
becoming a vegetarian, only on weekdays, I have got a little bit fruity in the tootie.
Less fruity, more eggy.
Is Little Richard still alive? He is, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he is.
He is alive, isn't he? Because he's been, ill for years. OK, that's the end of that conversation.
Why did you think of him?
Because of Fruity Tootie.
Oh, of course.
Let's go to Neil. Good evening, Neil.
Yo!
Yo!
Hello!
Neil! Yes!
Yes!
High five me, brother!
Yeah, you got it, Lee!
Yes! I can't reach the dump button, by the way.
Long-time listener?
Sorry?
First-time caller.
Long-time listener, first-time caller, Neil is on the show. He is in his car. We are wondering where he's going to go. Is he going home? Is he going to work? Is he seeing a lover behind his wife's back? We don't know.
He's going back to Bedford after long work.
After long work!
Long work, the worst work.
Neil is going back. Look out, Bedford! Neil's had long work. He's coming back.
I have work. Hey, listen, I've got a story about Little Richard. So, you did just talk about Little Richard, right?
No idea what you're talking about.
Oh, come on.
Come on, mate. Come on, you absolute winkers.
Stinky bum, we called you.
I'll show you a stinky bum.
Don't. Please don't.
Hey, listen, my son is 1.5 years old.
Well, then act like a responsible parent. Shame on you. He looks up to you for some reason. So start pulling your weight, man.
No, he's learned how to say a few words. He can say stinky bum bum.
Hey, that is great. That is good dadding. I did. I made a joke for my children today.
Yeah.
They said I can't remember how we got onto the conversation, right? But one of them said, "Could someone have a swear word in their name?"
Mm.
And I said, "Yes." I went to school with a guy called Colin Crap, right?
You never, though, did you?
No, of course I didn't.
Just
and
lying.
they were in hysterics, right? They were in hysterics. And I said, yeah. I also went to school with a guy called Stevie SH1T, and I said the S word to them. And it's the first time I've said the S word. Where's he gone?
He's disgusted.
Neil, get back here! Get back here right now, Neil!
You and your long work.
I'm telling you a good story. Anyway, I swore at my kids tonight, and they found it hilarious. That's the kind of dad I am. Did some terrible dadding yesterday. The worst kind. So we're playing Roblox, right? And in one of the games, someone's put this character, Momo, long hair, sort of looks down. And I went, oh, I know who Momo is. Hang on a minute. Where have you been, Neil?
Dude, I don't know what happened there. So tell me, you said I want a new swear word. Go.
Who's this guy? Who is this Chancellor? What is he talking about? I want a new swear word.
How long was your work, Neil?
Long work.
Sorry?
You did long work. It seems like it's been a...
Listen to the podcast, brother, because I told a brilliant story and you bailed out halfway through.
No way!
Way!
Wait.
This is the podcast, this call. So listen to the podcast.
Dude, I listen to the podcast every single time.
Stalker.
Dude,
explains it.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
And you've had one of my best friends on your podcast, Pete Heat. He's one of the best magicians in the world.
He's a lousy magician. We only get him in because when he goes, we're laughing at how lousy that guy's jokes and tricks are. He sucks.
You're lying.
I am lying.
Awesome.
Pete Heat is we're big fans of Pete Heat, and he was so good with my kids when my kids came in, and my eldest was trying to learn a few card tricks. And Pete, the Pete is just. I think his act is unique, and I've seen a load of magicians. I've never seen anyone as good and as slick as him in a non-slick way.
Yeah, he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. I couldn't agree more.
Are you a magician?
Yes.
Do a trick then. Go on.
Yeah, on the radio?
Yeah, go on. If you think you're so good.
All right. I don't think I'm so good, but I will do a trick on the radio.
Okay.
Okay. But you've got to focus.
I'm focused.
You start playing your little music that you do.
I'm not doing anything. I can't reach the music. It's too far away. I'm focused.
Okay. Everyone listening, and Catherine and Ian.
6.
And
the number 6.
No. Dump me. Did you dump me?
Yes, Neil. That's a yellow card. Stroppy magician. I like it. It's a twist. I've not seen this act before. He's a very stroppy magician.
Sorry. Okay. Let's do this. Don't say it out loud, or it's not a trick.
Number 6.
In your mind.
Yeah.
Everyone think of a number between 1 and 10, but don't say it!
All right.
Okay. Take that number, and in your mind, times it by the number 9 in your mind.
What's 7 times
Do
9?
it. Don't say that out loud!
Oh!
Okay. Now you've got...
Hang on, did you say between 1 and 10?
Yes, sir.
Including 1 and 10?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Now, you've times that by 9.
Yes.
So you probably have got a 2-digit number or 1-digit number in your head, whatever. Say you've got a 2-digit number.
Whatever.
I want you all to add those 2 digits of that number together. In your mind, don't say it.
Well, is this a trick or a maths lesson? Are you tricking me into doing maths?
No, just do it.
Okay.
And you'll like it, okay?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. It's just some donkey dudes. You've done that, added those 2 digits together. Now you're left with a new number, and this is your final task.
Have you got Pete Heat's number?
Take
Look out, Bedford! He's had long work!
Hey, you're the worst audience in the world!
You're the worst magician in the world!
I'm trying to remember the number. Everyone shush.
Shush!
That is going on my flyer. So you've added the 2 digits together.
Hang on, when you say you've had long work, do you just mean you went and did some magic?
The maths.
Absolute chancer.
Sums he's done all day.
Yeah, he's a maths teacher.
All right.
He teaches 8-year-olds maths.
Do you know what, Ian?
Yes?
We're going to... You don't need to budge this trick. Let me just tell you a story, all right?
No,
it's much better.
No, I remembered the number. Let's see this through.
No, sir.
Okay,
You don't get to choose to bail out of a trick.
Zip it. Catherine.
Yes.
That number that you've added the 2 digits together.
Yes.
That number you've left with, take away 5. That's, okay? Take away 5 from that number, okay?
Right.
Now, that number you've got in your head, don't forget it. The last number you've got in your head, don't forget it. If A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, all the way down the alphabet, get a letter for the number that you were left with at the end, yeah?
No.
Sorry? What do you mean no?
No.
Well, I've got a minus number.
Well, you can't have a minus number. You should have the number 4, you then pick D, you then pick Denmark.
I think I've done it wrong.
Have I got it right, Denmark?
Yeah, you have.
Of course you got it wrong. You can't have a minus number.
Minus number?
Neil, the only reason I know that trick is because I heard a brilliant documentary on 4 Extra about 3 weeks ago where it was about maths and magic. And they did it, and Denmark is the answer.
Well, listen. I wouldn't like to take away Pete's gig, but if you, one day I'd love to meet. Actually, do you know what? I have met you.
Whoa! This guy is a criminal. He's a sex criminal.
Listen to this, right? I wonder if you remember me. You probably don't. But way long ago.
Did you sell me drugs in the 90s?
No.
Okay.
I used to live in Crouch End, and I used to be a member of Holmes Place, as it was once called.
Oh, yeah, they became Virgin Active.
That became Virgin Active.
Yes.
And
I saw
went
Michael
there.
McIntyre in there once, and he spoke to me, and he told me the BBC had told him he had to lose weight. I bet they're not telling him now.
Not anymore. With his. Well, I'm getting off track. Listen, I went in there and was in the changing room. I'm telling you, on radio. I was in the changing room.
Have you seen Ian's privates?
No.
I saw Simon Pegg's. I spoke to Simon Pegg's a-hole in there.
You nearly saw your old chap.
I'll show it to you now if you want.
No.
Little tutti frutti. Listen, I was in the changing rooms and I went to. Do you remember Ian? Do you remember there was that little sauna in there?
Oh yeah. There was that little room. Yeah.
Yeah. So I went in there and you were sitting in there all on your own with your little towel around you.
Yeah.
And
nothing was
I
out.
double took because that was when you were on LBC and I was listening to you then and I was like, oh, it's him. And I made such an idiot of myself. And I said to you, because at the time I had sort of
cut this
aspirations
off in a minute. This guy
Oh,
disgusting.
you really? Okay.
No, go on, get to the point, you weirdo!
I said what did he say?
Sorry, I just leant on Kath's chair. Sorry, I didn't realise it went back. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Carry on!
Oh, I just met you in a sauna.
There was opposite. Did I say anything to you?
Yes, you did. I said, "Oh, mate, I would love to get on the radio," and you said, "Make me a cassette tape, and I'll give it to the people." And I never did.
Well, then that's your fault because we were actually looking for new undiscovered talent then, and they would have given it to you. Instead, they gave it to James O'Brien. So you snooze, you lose.
James O'Brien rocks. I love him. Really funny.
There used to be a really nice little cafe opposite Holmes Place called like Hot Jam or Red Pepper Jelly. And one of the Segway sisters used to work in there. So that was a great little cafe.
Wasn't that Kirsty?
Is she one of the Segway sisters?
Yeah. No, I know. It was Carrie Marks.
That's a man, isn't it?
His wife or ex-wife or what? I don't know if they're still together.
I don't know. We're getting.
Anyway, whatever. Oi! I love your show. And you know what? You know what prompted me to call?
The fact that you're high on drugs.
Nothing to say, clearly.
Yes.
But I was just listening.
Hello.
We'll never know.
He's disappeared.
Oh, there he is.
Now we can't hear you.
Say again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. I prompted to call. I didn't really have anything to say, obviously.
We noticed.
But I was listening to your podcast, and the advert at the beginning for Beer 52 or whatever that is, Craft 52.
Yes.
Well, that's wicked advert.
We're not allowed to talk about the adverts, you absolute prune. No wonder you didn't make it in radio. Neil, nice to talk to you, man. Thank you so much. Give us a call again. Enjoy Bedford. Look out. He had long, hard work. What did he say? Long work. Work long. Work long and prosper. God, thank you, Neil. I enjoyed that.
That guy lives near me and my children.
He lived near me before I had children. It's a coincidence. Speaking of coincidences. Hello, Nigel. Hello, it's Nigel.
Hello, Mrs. Doubtfire here.
But I thought you were Irish, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Scottish. I'm Mrs. Doubtfire. I'm not Irish. No, I'm not Irish.
Okay.
That's not a usual voice for Mrs. Doubtfire, isn't it?
It's hello, dearie.
Hello, dearie. And Mrs. Doubtfire, I've never seen the movie, but to sound like this, I believe.
I sound more like Monty Python, don't I, than anything?
You sound exactly like Monty. I've never heard such a good impression of Monty Python in my life.
Monty would be happy.
The one where the man did, hello, I would like some shopping today. What was his name who did that? Peter, wasn't it? Peter one.
Peter.
The one called
Peter Python.
The one called Peter.
Peter Python picked a pepple penis.
I can't remember his name.
Peter Python picked a pepple
Anyway,
penis.
Ian.
Yes?
I rang up to tell you I've just seen Miley Cyrus on the Graham Norton show promoting her new album.
I thought you were going to say I've just seen Miley Cyrus in the Greyhound pub.
Is it a record? Does he record the show?
They record it probably the day before, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I happen to have it on. I don't have him on very often. I don't have Graham Norton very often.
No. You tend to have it off.
No, but does he have me? Anyway, enough from the jokes.
Oh, well, I didn't know we'd started the jokes.
No, you know what, I was being a bit rude there, wasn't I? Him having me and me having him, you know.
Sexual intercourse.
I was joking.
Right, enough of the doing it jokes.
So, anyway, I enjoy it. She looks fabulous, Miley does. I've just tweeted her sister to watch the show.
Did you have a little loosening of the belt?
Oh, stop it!
No, I didn't, because I was listening to her singing.
Okay.
She looked lovely anyway.
Have you had any more talc and powder massages from the lady who lives in a tent?
No, that's to come over Christmas. Hopefully that's to come over. She came to visit me tonight, but she didn't give me a massage. She was only popped in and out.
She's too busy getting evaluations for all your property.
Yeah, she just popped in and out. That's another joke.
No. Doesn't quite make sense.
No.
Unless...
she told Ian...
Hello?
She told me she was bisexual.
What, she has to pay for it? There's a joke. That's a joke. She has to buy it. She has to pay for it. It's slightly offensive and bisexual phobic, but...
So I've just tweeted... No, I've just, tweeted...
Nigel's likely to have... Potentially is in a situation to have a three-way gangbang for me.
Miley Cyrus.
This is outrageous, Seeds.
Miley Cyrus and Ian and me.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
and Catherine.
No, I'm all right. I'll hold your coat.
What, could you massage my back for me, Catherine?
Yes, with my foot.
I'll tell you what she's going to massage.
The dick. Whoa, don't!
Sorry?
Because he'll think you mean it. Dirty pervert. Exactly.
Even
the Queen likes a bum.
When can we start the Christmas songs, Ian?
Now, I suppose.
A two.
No, one, two, three. Hey, ding dong merrily on high. In heaven, Nigel singing. He's just seen the spaceman in the sky with a big fat face, and he was singing la da 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 da.
That's one I don't know.
Oh.
But the chestnuts roasting on an open... I'd rather start next week if I could. On Monday. Start Monday.
All right, Monday. Monday it's the Nigel from Maidstone Christmas song countdown.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
By the way, you just reminded me, we are not in on Tuesday.
No.
Oh. So are you in on Wednesday?
Yes.
Yeah. Right, can I do?
And we're in on Thursday.
And we're in on Friday.
And then we're in on the.
And then we'll be in a Saturday, probably in the new year, to make up for us not being in on Tuesday. They're doing a Brexit vote special, and they
assuming it happens.
Well, yeah, they said to us, "Do you want to do it?" We went, "Not really. You might as well get a grown-up in to do it." So we won't be in Tuesday, but we will be doing a live Saturday night show in January, probably.
Christmas Eve. Are you on Christmas Eve evening?
Of course not, mate. No.
Oh.
Christmas Eve? Are you nuts?
Well, New Year's Eve. Are you doing any of that?
Yes, we are. New Year's Eve special, yes.
So that till 1 o'clock?
I don't know. At the moment, I'm guessing it's 10 till 1, but I think it was 10 till 1 last year, but the year before
I'll be able to ring in and do a song then, over New Year's Eve.
That's ages away, mate. You can't do a Christmas song on New Year's.
No, something anyway. I've just bought a Susan Boyle album.
Why?
Susan Boyle. Well, to see if there's any songs on there I can sing along with her. You know, Susan Boyle, because you don't hear much for her. She had a good voice. So there are some Christmas songs on this album, so I've yet to have a look at it. I've just got it today.
All right, well, that's really interesting. Thank you.
So I'll do one of those over Christmas. It's got some Christmassy songs.
Hang on, let me play this. Someone just said, someone just sent me this. It's Slade, Merry Christmas, Everybody.
Yeah.
But, hang on a minute.
I'm trying
to
find
all the lyrics.
that album,
Shush, please be quiet. But all the lyrics are you hanging up your stocking on the wall? Let's try it. Okay, let's see if this works. Let's try some.
Are you hanging up your stocking on your wall? Are you hanging up your stocking on your wall? Are you hanging up your stocking?
Are you hanging up your stocking?
Sing along, Nigel. Are you hanging up your stocking on your wall? Are you hanging up your stocking on your wall?
That's not the right one. Did you have to make up one, Ian?
Yes, it is. Listen, sing along.
Are you hanging up your stocking on
thing I've ever heard.
That's a remake.
Are you hanging up your stocking on your wall? All together. Are you hanging up your stocking on your wall? Are you hanging up your stocking on your wall? Are you hanging up your stocking on your wall? Are you hanging up your stocking on your wall? Nigel, are you hanging up your stocking on your wall? Are you hanging up your stocking on your wall?
That's too loud for the neighbours. I couldn't shout that out because of the neighbours.
Well played, though. That was great.
Yeah, it's a remake of it.
No,
then?
it's the original. That's the original. Those
I
are the...
didn't know they were the words.
Yeah. It's that thing. Until you analyse the lyrics, you don't really realise what the lyrics are.
That's the first time I really heard that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for your call, Nigel.
I can do you a Christmas song now if you want.
Don't worry. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio. There's your video. It ends there. Nigel, we go back to you. We'd love to have a Christmas song. Of course we would.
Yes.
Away you go.
Well, can I do the Miley Cyrus one? I Miss You instead.
No, you said no.
Okay.
You said a Christmas song.
Yes, okay. Yeah, I'll sing Chestnuts Roasting on Open Fire then, if everyone's listening properly. Okay.
Are you listening properly,
everyone?
everyone?
Year, is it?
Sorry?
First one of the year, this will be, will it?
What do you mean the first one what?
The first Christmas song on your radio for this year.
We...
Anyway.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Oh, okay, I'll do this best I can. Okay. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, and Jack Frost nipping at your nose, and Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up as Eskimos. Everybody knows some turkey and some mistletoe help to make the seasons bright. And tiny tops with their eyes all aglow, helping to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you.
Thanks, Nige.
Thank you, Ian.
Bye-bye. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. So far, I think this experiment has worked. We've got literally nothing. We've come in with nothing, and normally we have a few things what we've got. But we're allowing you, dear listener, to set the agenda and set the tone of the show. First 30 minutes, very weird vibe.
Strange.
First hour was quite strange. Second hour's a little bit more light-hearted. Very, very, very pleased to... Well, not play. Pete Shelley from Buzzcocks, not the Buzzcocks. Buzzcocks passed away yesterday at the age of 63. Well, so we've got the Daily Mirror story here. Pete Shelley dead. But all these flipping pop-ups on it, are there? Pete Shelley dead. Buzzcocks singer dies of suspected heart attack at 63. I like a bit of Pete Shelley. Pete Shelley has died at the age of 63. The Buzzcocks lead singer has passed away following a suspected heart attack. The rocker, whose real name was Peter Campbell McNeish, was born in Lancashire in 1955. He formed Buzzcocks in 1975 with pal Howard DeVito. By the way, the album Love Bites by Buzzcocks, that's a classic. That's a classic album. After they met at the Bolton Institute of Technology and travelled to London together to see the Sex Pistols. The band went on to debut the following year in Manchester when they opened for the band that inspired them. Buzzcocks released their first EP, Spiral Scratch, on their own independent label in 1977. Pete also began working on solo material in 1974, but it remained unheard until 1980 when it was released on his own label, Groovy Records. Groovy Records. And there's some pictures of him at different ages. The band paid tribute after his death. They wrote on Twitter, "It's with great sadness we confirm the death of Pete Shelley, one of the UK's most influential and prolific songwriters and co-founder of the seminal original punk band Buzzcocks. Pete's music has inspired generations of musicians over a career that spanned 5 decades, and with his band and as a solo artist, he was held in the highest regard by the music industry and by his fans around the world. Buzzcocks scored a number of huge hits. Well, they weren't that. The thing is, Ever Fall in Love with Someone, I think only got to about number 24. It wasn't a huge hit, surprising, when they did it. Buzzcocks were together until 1981, then reformed in 1989. He also wrote the music for the Tour de France on Channel 4. We'll get to the good bit, though. We get the good. Charlatans star Tim Burgess was among the first to pay tribute. He wrote on Twitter, "Farewell, Pete Shelley. The first album I ever owned was Love Bites by Buzzcocks. This is my favourite song by them." David Baddiel said, "People on here being more upset about Danny Dyer splitting up with some C-bomb from Love Island than Pete Shelley's death makes me long for 1978. Iain Lee added,
"Oh!
That caught you by surprise. No! Pete Shelley died. Second gig I ever went to. Actually, it may have been the first. Frank Sidebottom, Man from Del Monte, Ed Tudor Pole and Shelley. Absolutely brilliant stuff." And Tracy Thorne says stuff, and Neil Gaiman says stuff, but mine was the most important tribute. And that was that. That was that. I was in the papers today. I was in the papers. Talking about Pete Shelley. That's the kind of guy I am now. People look to me. I'm an influencer. People look to me. How do I get money from being an influencer? Because people with less followers than me on Instagram and Twitter.
Fewer followers.
Well, they've got less than me, yeah. They get paid money to influence people. I would totally I would sell any old crap on my Twitter and Instagram for like 50 quid. 50 to 100 quid. I would tweet a picture of me holding, I don't know, a machine gun. Going, this gun is great.
Or biting into...
a dick.
Whoa. You can't...
I would bite into a dick for
sell those,
£50.
but actually you do, don't you?
This is delicious dick. I would do anything. So if anybody is out there can make my dream come true of being a professional influencer, then please get in touch via my social media channels, at Iain Lee on Twitter, and on Instagram I'm at Iain Lee. So these are great times to be alive, happy times, celebrations, ahoy, bring out the Dancing Girls, or quoting a Gary Glitter song, you can't do that anymore, Catherine.
Nick Kershaw did that one as well.
What?
Bring on the Dancing Girls. Bring on the Dancing Girls.
Bring on the Dancing Girls. I'm the man who fans the fan, or something that idiot said. Okay, listen, we got nothing, guys, and the switchboard is empty. So please, 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 me, whoa yeah, like I please you, and give us a call. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. We've got two things we can do here now. We can either sit silently and wait for a phone call.
We could have some thinking time. It's always good.
We could do that. I've got some. I've got some thinking music somewhere. Where have I put my thinking music? No. Here we go. Thinking there. I was thinking maybe in the next hour. We started it the other day, but then the vibe turned very sour, if I remember correctly. I was thinking of maybe doing a guided meditation.
All right. Yeah, okay. I'm up for that.
Yeah?
Doesn't involve any touching, does it?
No. But I'm going to suggest that if you are listening to the guided meditation, that you do take all of your clothes off.
Mm-hmm.
That includes you, Catherine.
No.
Yes. And just because it helps you relax more. You'll be more relaxed. The clothes suffocate.
If you're going to relax, I'm moving, because I know what happens when you relax.
Well, that is offensive.
It is.
Let's go.
Oh, flipping it!
What? Sorry, what?
I heard that squeaker.
That was the chair.
That was not the chair.
That was the chair I leant forward to do the mouse to get Alistair on. Look, I'll do it
Honestly,
again.
if I smell that, you're dead.
I'm leaning forward. That was the chair!
That's not the chair!
Oh, come...
You are vile.
Oh, come on. That is libellous. Let's go to Alistair. Good evening, Alistair.
Evening.
Evening.
How you doing, both?
Focus. Bright and sober. That is the
too
chair.
Bad tonight.
That one was the chair.
Tonight.
That one was
I
the
saw
chair.
you lifting a cheek.
No, it's because my nuts are stuck. That was the chair. Sorry, Alistair. I caught us at a very awkward time.
Sorry about that, man.
That's all right, man. How you doing? You sound a lot better.
It's kind of been okay. I had a couple of bad days before. But, listening to the show, listening to Nigel singing, what a wonderful man.
Yeah, well, no, I don't think that's what he was singing. What
Singing chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
But, and you two sound great tonight.
Thanks so much for your love. The love is appreciated. And we are feeling... There's a strong vibe tonight, and we are loving it, and that's where we are.
Yes.
Excellent. So the best... I expect you don't want me to sing, because, you've heard my voice before, and...
Jesus, please, spare us.
It didn't go down very well, I know.
No, don't sing.
Okay.
Don't sing.
So I'll just wish you a very Merry Christmas.
No, it's too early for that. Someone said today Christmas is only 2.5 weeks away. That can't be true. So no, that's not... Here's the thing, Alistair. What are you doing for Christmas?
Right, well, at the moment I've been invited to some friends.
Okay.
But, unfortunately, these friends, their mother, who's approaching 90, has suddenly not been... she can't walk anymore.
Oh.
And they're having to move her from upstairs to downstairs. So at the moment, that may not happen because they may have lots on that I don't want to impinge on, if you know what I mean.
I don't want to impinge on anybody.
Not on Christmas.
So have you got any other options? Is there a chance you're going to be spending Christmas on your own?
Well, there is a chance, but that doesn't matter because at the end of the day, I don't dig Christmas that much anymore. Yeah. It's strange to mention that because I've been thinking about my Christmases when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And
very nostalgic
everything.
at this time of year.
Yes. But I'm sorry to be serious, but I do look back and think, and even these days, that it's too capitalistic. Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, but I know what you mean. I'm kind of cool with that. I'm cool.
Yeah.
I think as I get older, I see that, and I see the commercialism and all the stuff and all of that. But I'm kind of cool with that because
that's right. Because you've got your kids as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I won't be seeing them
good.
on Christmas Day, which is why I'm kind of just. This is the first Christmas I'm not looking forward to at all. I haven't got any decorations or anything yet. I'm not totally sure what I'm doing on Christmas Day yet. There is a chance I might be. I will probably end up going to my sister's, but.
Do you want to spend Christmas together with me?
God, no! No, I'm joking. No, I appreciate that. I know your tongue is slightly in your cheek, but I'm also guessing you really meant it. But no, I don't know. I probably will go to my sister's, right? And I'm so grateful that she's even asked me. And I've had a friend ask me as well, but I will probably go to my sister's. But the thought of going and spending Christmas and with kids that are not my kids, even though it's my beautiful niece and my nephew who I love dearly, it'll just be a very emotional time. I just need to get through it, and then Boxing Day, I've got kids coming over. We're going to have a wicked old time. But this is the first Christmas. I've loved Christmas. I love it. And this is the first one I'm like, oh, geez, really? Really?
Yeah.
And I'm dreading it. Not dreading it. I'm not looking forward to it with the usual excitement.
Well, a lot of things have happened to you this year, so I understand that.
Yeah, I killed that man. No, what?
Father Christmas?
No, oh, God, no. All right, Alison, nice to talk to you, Anne.
Love you guys.
Peace and love. Let's go to Iain, who I believe is going to be cuckold when his missus gets her hands on Nick Knowles.
Well, no, listen, Brexit means Brexit. And
how's your backstop these days?
Yeah, and we need to get our sovereignty back. And oh, wait a minute, I think I've called the wrong station.
This isn't LBC, you muppet!
Oh, man. Where else could I talk about Brexit?
Nowhere. We're here on Tuesday, actually.
Yeah, all night Tuesday.
All
You
night
can
long.
Brexit till your eyes pop
Well,
out.
do you know, and it's worked out quite well that having Tuesday night off, because I was going to be really late anyway, because my eldest is doing like a sort of concert at school. And I was asking about it the other day. I said, what is it? He said, I don't know. I said, are you in it? He said, yeah. I said, what are you doing? I don't know. Right, should I come? Yeah, if you want. What are you doing? I don't know. Are you in? It's a show, yeah? Yeah. How long does it last? It's about an hour. Right. And you're in it? Yeah. What are you doing? I can't remember. It was that. I've got suddenly, he's not 9 yet. He's not 9 for a month. And suddenly I'm getting teenager.
Getting very teenagey around my house as well.
It's weird, isn't it? But then tonight I spoke to him, and he turns out he's singing some songs with some of the other guys. So I was going to see that. That's at 7:15 in Windsor, and I think it goes on for about an hour. So I would have got in late, like 9:45, maybe something like that. So them cancelling our show on Tuesday is great news for me.
I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to sleep.
Oh, you kind of do that.
No, but I'm going to sleep at a normal time, like all the normal people
kind of do that when we're here. I mean, quite often it's not really contributing to the output of the show. It's like you're kind of like you're.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Well, can I finish making the point?
I wish you wouldn't.
All right,
Because
well, if I finish it, then it's done, and then we're done. It's like you're.
when you finish it,
excuse me.
it's going to go
Excuse
straight
me.
into my book of grievances.
Excuse me. Well,
along with the rest.
Okay. Well, I've got something for my book of grievances. If you run that video back, you touch me very close to Peter Pointer. Very, very close.
Don't flash yourself. It was near your knee.
Whoa, was not. You went there. Run the video back using a special effect, boffins, and let's have a look. Right. Would you like to apologise? Would you like to apologise?
I apologise if I went anywhere near that, because that would only ever be a mistake.
0344 499 1000
Because it's not Christmas yet.
Unwrap my present.
God, no.
0344 49. Actually, don't put that as a video. That's actually quite creepy.
It is.
You're quite creepy there. But you did touch me really close to my dick. So just be careful. I don't mind because I don't mind. But some people could have found an older woman touching them near their penis.
Older than who? Don't sit up like that, because I know what happens.
No, it means you can't see me laughing. The thing. Some people would have found an older woman touching like that.
Older than who?
Sexually.
Because I'm younger than you by quite some measure.
Sexually inhibiting. So I just be careful. I thought my tip to you.
I don't want anything to do with your tip.
I don't want to see you go down. I want you to.
What?
I don't want to see you go down.
What?
For a crime that was perhaps innocent to you. So just be careful. Wear your tiny little stubby fingers. Smaller than Elton John's little stubby kind of chipolata fingers. Just be careful where they go, because you're a great person, and I really don't want to see you go down. 0344. Ollie's thinking, what?
I know.
I've not been on the show for 2 months, and it's got even weirder than before. I kind of had a handle of what was going on before, but this is effed up.
Whose idea was it to sit these two together?
This is some effed up shiz, if you don't mind my language. OK, well, listen, that's 2 hours of radio done. Can we swap back to our normal sits now?
Please.
Right. Fine. You go, well, go on then. You go. That's my chair. You go.
I quite like this chair.
Well, your chair's over there. You go. Come on. Take the stool with you.
You can take the stool.
Oh, you take the stool.
You've been sitting on it. I don't want your warm stool. Oh, my computer back. Ow!
Sorry. My bad.
Funny how that happens when you move me off camera.
Nothing happened. I don't know what she's talking about. Not a clue. All right, yes! Back in the New York groove. Oh, I'm back. I'm back in the New York groove. Yes, I am. Back in the New York groove. Oh, yeah. Back in the New York groove. I'm back in the New York groove.
This is not normal behaviour.
I got a new market.
What?
I get a New York.
Okay, it's just noise now.
I've got nothing. I'm spent force. Right, next hour. Call in or else. That's basically all I'm going to say to you. 03. Here's just come on, guys. Pull your finger out. You need to do a bit more work. If tonight's show is going to succeed, then it's down to you, dear listener. It's not down to me. It's not down to Catherine. Tonight's show is your responsibility. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Last hour of the show, you rest easy, Holly. Rest easy. We're going to take calls straight to air.
Oh.
Sorry?
Are you sure that's wise?
No, I'm not sure it's wise. Could be foolish, but that's because I'm a maverick. Some people call me a genius. I couldn't possibly comment on that. I think they're right, personally. But
Are those some people you? Mostly, yes.
Under one of my several dozen Twitter handles, my spam bots. Fancy a bit of spam.
I quite like spam.
I haven't had spam for years. Used to
That's
love
not
a bit
really
of spam.
meat, is it?
Oh, God, no. There's no meat in it.
We can have that then.
Got a bit of spam. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you'd be very, very welcome. Don't call in just yet, though, guys, because we're going to do calls straight to air for the last hour of the show. This is the Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee and Catherine Boyle.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Right, this guy's done loads of them.
Oh, yes.
He follows me on Twitter. I've just tweeted him. He's at Michael M. Physics. Right, so I'm just going through his Twitter feed. And I've just seen another one. This is another one he's done. Right, have some of this. I've not heard it, but it looks great.
Oh God, it's horrendous!
Right, he needs a letter home.
That is messed up.
To his mum.
Where else has he done?
Outrageous.
What else has he done? We'll take calls straight to air while we're just going through this guy's YouTube. Evening, Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Oh, that was quick. Hi, my name's Will.
Hello, Will. My name's Ian, and your name is?
Catherine.
Pleased to meet you.
Oh, sorry, I'm not going to ask you how you are, don't worry. Hi, Catherine.
Hello.
All right, the tunes with the repeated lyrics, the first one of those I heard was Human League, Don't You Want Me? I'm wondering if you'd heard that one.
No, come on.
How does that go?
You can probably guess.
What have I got to type in to find it? Human League repeat.
That's
Here we
a
go.
good question. I don't
Here we
know.
go. Here we go. By the way, this is a different person who's done this, but on the first guy's feed, he said, "Here it is, what you've all been looking for. What Please Please Me would sound like without the first please." All right, here we go. Here we go. No, I don't know if this is. Maybe it is. Here we go.
You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. A cocktail bar. You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. Working in a cocktail bar. You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. Cocktail bar.
That's what it sounded like, isn't it?
How is this a thing? This is brilliant.
You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. Cocktail bar. Working as a waitress.
Oh, this is great.
I was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. I guess it's just what I must do. You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. Cocktail bar. Cocktail bar.
Wow. Thank you, Will.
Well, I didn't expect you to play that much of it.
Once you start, you can't stop. Then it's done that well. That's brilliant.
But before I go, have you heard of Wolfpack?
No, what's Wolftech?
I've only just discovered them. It's really funky stuff, and just kind of unique sounding. And check them out.
All right, check them out. I'm going to check them out, Will. Thank you, Wolftech.
Wolftech?
Hang on, is this a genre then? Getting. Hang on a minute. Hang on, I've not seen any of these. Let's just see what this is. Hang on.
I don't know where my baby is.
Oh.
But I'll find it. Somewhere. Somehow.
Look at this.
And you know, Barry, I'll never give up looking for my baby.
Don't ever.
I've been around the world and
Okay.
You get the idea.
That's
with
a
that.
nightmare. Hang on a minute.
It was our first hit in England, and this is in England, way back in England. And this song was released in America. It didn't do anything.
And it was released later again, and, well, it's doing something, you know. So, this, yeah, it is. So we'd like to play for you now a song called Please Me. Last night I said these words to my girl. I know you never even try, girl. Come on, mama. Come on, mama. Come on, mama. Come on, mama. Please me. Oh, yeah. Like I please you.
This guy's great. I love it, man. Some of them look quite sweary. You've got to be a little bit... got to be a little bit... Okay, what's this? Overly aggressive Will Young fan shouts Will. Okay.
We couldn't go into shopping centres.
Right, fine, we get the idea. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Straight to air. It's midnight at the Oasis. It's Friday night. I think we can get a little bit psychedelic now, can't we? If I can't get psychedelic at 11 minutes past 12 on a Friday, just hours before I get 2 new kittens, then when can you? When can you express yourself in that manner? We're just going to sit here and wait for the calls, I think is what we're going to do. Now, do we want to do it Acapulco with nothing in the background, or do you want to find some kind of trippy hip-hop vibe?
Let's do that.
Let's do a trippy hip-hop vibe. Okay.
Then it looks like we're doing a little bit of work.
Okay, trippy hip-hop vibe is what I'm typing into.
Yes.
Trippy vibes. How long is this? This is some trippy vibes. This is from the Bootleg Boy channel. Oh no, that's too trippy. No, it's too trippy. Late night vibes. That's an advert.
That's not late night vibes.
There's no vibe there.
That's advertising vibes.
Here we go. 0344 499 1000. If you want to give us a call, calls will go straight to air. We'll just keep the late night trippy vibes going. It's very, very simple. As soon as I see your number or your name flash up on my screen, I simply say, line 1, you're on the wireless.
Did I hear someone say psychedelic?
Sorry?
Did I hear someone say psychedelic?
You might have done, or maybe you didn't. Maybe it was just your inner psyche was saying psychedelic. Maybe you were connecting to the universal consciousness. You were touching out and reaching the dust from whence you originally came.
I think you might have listened to my podcast that I emailed you, if you know that. Did you ever get that?
No, I don't know. I have no idea to woo you are talking about. No.
I rang you the other evening, and I asked your opinion on the latest research in terms of psychedelics and mental health.
Oh yeah, yes.
And I felt a bit bad after that, so I sent you an email to say I wasn't meaning to talk about it in an Ofcom way.
Yes.
And I sent you an email with a link to a guy called Michael Pollan.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't listen to that.
It's quite interesting stuff, but the reason I called in tonight was actually because I heard the word psychedelic.
Yeah, and your ears pricked up. You thought someone's holding. Let me have some of those microdots.
Oh no! I only do natural things.
Well done, good for you.
As you guys know, I've given up smoking, and I think I spoke to Kath a few weeks ago, and I said I was using my time now to paint.
Yes.
So one of your callers before was saying that he didn't enjoy Christmas because it's very commercial.
Yeah.
And I hate Christmas for pretty much the same reason. But this year, I'm super, super excited because I've handmade every single person I know.
Oh!
I've painted them a little African pot with cactuses, and I've done African beading and all other things, anything to keep a cigarette out of my hands. So I think I'm more excited about giving people something. No.
What was that noise in the background?
It's a 12-year-old pug trying to snore with a bone in her mouth.
Hey, there you go. Absolute genius. Well done, her.
So that's perked me up quite a bit for Christmas. I'm more excited to give people stuff than I've ever been before.
That's what it's all about. I literally don't want anything this year. I'm sure I'll get a few bits and pieces. I don't want anything. My boys make me some stuff. That's always a joy. But the joy for me is buying bits and pieces for my boys that I think they'll get a kick out of.
Oh yeah, I think it's different if you've got kids. But I mean, I just wanted to do something different. Do you know what I mean? So I handmade the cards and I handmade everything else, and I thought, well, you'll never have received one of these before.
Yeah. But Christmas, I don't know. I cannot get any joy up for this Christmas. I'm not feeling the vibe. First time in my 38 years on this earth that I'm not feeling it, man. Not feeling it.
I never feel it. I do everything Christmassy, and I see my friends before Christmas, and then I sit on my sofa on Christmas Day with the pug that farts snores, and I watch Elf and Arthur Christmas, which are my two favourite movies, and I cry my eyes out and wish that I was having a barbecue in South Africa.
Yeah.
And that makes me happy.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Do you really like Arthur Christmas? I struggle with Arthur Christmas.
I quite like that one.
I find it too repetitive. It's that repetitive thing again. It's not. Well, the kids love it. The kids love Home Alone. They're really into. They'll start watching Home Alone in August.
My kids are like that with Nativity.
Yeah, oh man.
I've watched Home Alone ages ago, but my best Christmas movie ever, I think, has to be Arthur Christmas now, with Elf as a very close second, and Bad Santa with Billy Bob Thornton. That's good.
I can't remember.
Oh yeah, my kids saw that one on the movies selection on TV.
I might have seen
and they said, "Oh, what's that?" And I went, "I don't think it's for you girls."
No.
Bad Santa.
No, that's not good.
Oh, what's the best thing you've made? The thing you're most proud of that you've made this year, Sandy?
Oh, that I've made this. Well, that I've made it through alive would be the first.
There we go. We got. I high five you, sister. Well done.
But I think like probably my two, I'll put them on Twitter. Probably my two African garden pots, and just like letting my inner child play. There's something about crayons and painting and making stuff which is extremely therapeutic, and it's made me happy making it. So I hope it makes someone else.
Send us a picture. Let's have a look. I'm sure anyone will be grateful to receive something made with love. That's all we can ask for. Sandy, it's nice to talk to you. 0344 499 1000. Call straight to air until Martin Killer-Kellner comes in at 1 o'clock. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
I've got a very poor internet connection.
On Talk Radio.
It's nice, isn't it? It's the Armenian flute.
I feel like I could drift off into the arms of Forever to this music.
Forever?
Forever.
This is nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is nice. I like this. Peace and love. Sending out. A bit bunged up, actually. Could do with some Vicks. I've got some Vicks. I've got some Vicks. But more importantly, I'm sending out peace and love vibes.
Yeah.
To everybody listening, I wish you joy, success, laughter and happiness, good food, good wine, good times.
We're going to do that guided meditation at some point.
I will do.
Can't wait for that.
I'm good at the old guided meditation, I reckon. I reckon I could do it well. I reckon I could do it very well, actually.
All right.
It might get a little bit naughty in places.
The thing is, I'm wondering whether you can separate the guided meditator from the stage hypnotist, and I'm wondering whether you're going to abuse the airwaves to get us all thinking we've got 9 fingers.
No, because that would be illegal. 03, call straight to air now. 03, what's wrong with you?
I've got
and it's
an
a
eye problem.
Stigmata in your eye.
Yeah.
To me to wee on it.
No thanks.
If anyone wants me to wee on their eye, it's kind of a thing of mine that I'd really like to try out. Anyway, that's by the by. Not the time or place. We can't advertise for it on Craigslist anymore. They took those ads off, so I've got to go somewhere. Anyway, that's by the by. Let's just get the last 40 minutes of the show done and dusted. Call straight to air. That means you can call in about anything you want. Anonymous, withhold your number if you want. You can do whatever you want. Don't swear. Don't be libelous, because I've got a 7-second delay. I press this button here and no one hears it apart from me. So don't worry about that. Bother doing that. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Be very welcome. Switchboard is empty right now. There was just a caller, then they bottled it, and that's cool, man. 38 minutes to go till we go home. And maybe have a nice cheese sandwich with the tiniest bread. I told you this. I did my Tesco shopping online, and I ordered a Warburton's. Is my favourite bread.
Yes.
Right, I like the kind of the granulated one. What do you call it?
Granary.
The one with the seeds in.
Granary bread.
Yeah, the one with the seeds in.
Yeah.
I don't think it is granary bread.
All right, it's seed bread. Seedy bread.
It's got like seeds and nutty bits in it. What is it?
Granary bread.
No, I don't think it is granary bread. I would recognise that word.
Ancient seeds.
Okay, being stupid. I couldn't have it before.
There is one called Ancient Seeds. I don't think it's Warburton's.
I've got some Ancient Seeds. I really must clean under my bed now. So I ordered it and I clicked it on. I did the Tesco delivery. I clicked that. I went, oh, I'll have some of that. Boom, I'll have it. And then it turned out, and it's tiny. It's like the bread in Spinal Tap. It's tiny. Oh, I might watch Spinal Tap tomorrow. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Do you like bukkake?
Do you know what? It's never been my favourite kind of thing. No. Do you like bukkake?
Yes, this song is making me horny.
Okay, thank you. Wow, the song is making him horny. Wow. Great, that's great news. It's good to have an impact.
You know, if whatever works.
I don't like the act you described, because I'd just be so worried that it's gonna get on you. I don't want that. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Good evening. Hello?
Yeah, we're waiting.
Okay. Right. I was going to suggest you look at something on YouTube, but I think it'd be worth you looking at. But I'd just like to make it clear that I'm not mocking. It's in the spirit that it's intended, and it's a group of. They're called New Wheels on the Block. Have you seen them?
No.
Right, New Wheels on the Block. They're basically a bunch of disabled guys in motorised wheelchairs.
Yes, man.
Right, they do renditions of popular songs, but they've changed the lyrics. But basically, they're taking the mickey out of themselves. And if you listen to the lyrics, it's really funny.
I'll be the judge of that. This is one that's called My Balls Are Okay. Oh, this is Boys on Wheels. They're different. Boys on Wheels?
Yep.
Or Wheels on the Block?
New Wheels on the Block, I think they're called.
Oh, what is this? Let's see.
Yeah, my balls.
I'm rolling away because my legs are not together. I think every day there goes with being a problem. Happy today, at least I'm not dead.
Well, then they go in and they do a homophobic joke. So, good.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about that.
Thanks for the homophobic jokes. Appreciate it. Let's go to line 1. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Oh, hello, Ian. It's George.
Hello, George. What are you doing in North America?
Oh, I'm not. I'm in Rainbow House.
Okay.
I've got a very quick joke for you.
Okay.
Gaunty, goodbye.
Thanks very much indeed. I have no idea what that means whatsoever. Let's try line 3. They're coming in thick. Well, you're coming in thick. Line 3.
Hello, Ian. And it's Mickey, your minister without portfolio.
Hello, Mickey Minister. So there's me talking yesterday, or whenever it was, about having a bloodless revolution.
Yeah.
the government. Who's Hunt? Jeremy Hunt.
Jeremy Hunt.
He's calling for. He's kind of threatening that there might be violence if Brexit doesn't go through. Did you see this?
No, I didn't.
Instead of coming out and saying, look, there's a chance that there could be violence if Brexit comes out. If Brexit doesn't happen, we do not condone violence. We do not want any violence. If anybody is feeling angry, we must not have violence. Instead, he comes out with this speech like, well, you know what, guys? If Brexit doesn't happen, it might get a little bit violent out there. But no, which is condone? Is that when you say it's good or bad? Didn't condemn it.
Right.
Didn't condemn it. He came out, Google it. See if you can find it on there and read what he said, or we can hear him say it. And it's like, there might be violence if Brexit doesn't happen. And I genuinely think if it doesn't happen, it's going to get a little bit fruity out there for a while. Going to get a little bit fisticuffs. But he should come out and say, we condemn this in the strongest possible terms. Whatever happens, we have to remain calm, and we have to... But he's not done that. Anyway.
Yeah, can we have less of Mr. Hunt, please? Iain, I was a nurse for 25 years in the NHS.
Oh, you guys, come on.
He was a rogue. He was a rogue.
He was a charmer. He kicked that NHS into shape, and if we'd just given him another 5 years, we'd have you all privatised, you suckers.
Well, in fact, Iain, that's why I left the NHS after 25 years, because they called it tupied. They tried to tupie me out of the NHS into the private sector, so I voted with my feet and left. It broke my heart after 25 years, but I didn't go into care to work for a private businessman with shareholders. But anyway, that wasn't my point.
You are a lightweight, and we don't want you in the NHS. We don't want people who are concerned about others in the NHS. We want business-minded drones, Mickey.
Anyway, you've been playing some chilled music a minute ago, and I just wanted to ask you two this. When was the last time you played George Harrison's Wah Wah?
Wah Wah, talking about... it's one of my favourite songs on the slightly overrated All Things Must Pass album. It's a great song.
Oh, shame on you.
Mate, there's that whole side where it's them just having a wazz-off on their guitars. What a waste.
One last thing.
Yep.
I like to keep cool with the kids. I bought the new Mac Miller album yesterday. What a fantastic album. A very pleasant surprise.
I've no idea, literally no idea who you're talking about.
Mac Miller, he passed away. He died of fentanyl. Fentanyl's the new craze of drugs. It killed George Michael, it killed Prince, it killed the little rapper Little Peep. And Mac Miller was one of the most talented American artists out there. He was a young crackerjack, and he died just before his fourth album was released. And his fourth album was called Swim It. Trust me, it'll be $9.99 well spent.
All right, Mickey, thank you very much indeed. That's appreciated. Line 6, you're on the wireless.
Hello?
Hello, Line 6. You're live on Talk Radio, home of the hits. How can we help you?
Is that Iain?
Yes.
Hello. I'm just ringing to talk about your caller that called in, David.
Oh, yeah, David, who we spoke to yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to express my deepest sympathies to him because I've kind of been in the same situation.
Oh, no. What happened to you, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, you and I have actually spoken before
go on.
about something similar. His story just really struck a chord with me. I didn't realise we were going to go straight to air. I thought I was going to get to talk to someone about this before.
No, there's no grown-ups playing tonight.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you probably don't remember this, Iain, but we spoke about a year ago.
I do remember. Was he your husband or your partner at the very least?
It was my brother.
It was your brother.
Yeah.
Remind me of your brother's name.
His name was David.
Go on. There you go. Then, of course, yesterday's call is going to hit home. And just remind the listener of the situation and what happened.
Okay. Well, I called you in a very weird circumstance. Talking about death and, not really 100% sure about what was happening with death. And you actually got in touch with me.
You didn't remember. This was when you phoned the rabbit hole and you didn't remember...
Leaving a message.
And we got very, very worried because, it was a light-hearted show. And we were trying to phone you and you'd left the wrong number. So we phoned up. You were in Switzerland and we phoned up this guy who's speaking...
Me down.
We did track you down because a lot of people were worried about you.
Yes, they were indeed, and quite rightly so, because I was in a very, very dark place at that moment in time.
Yeah.
And listening, and I've got through it all, and I've come back to England now, and everything's fine. But I just I don't really follow your show that much anymore. But I just heard tonight the broadcast that you had with David.
Yeah, some call.
And it really struck a chord with me, what he's been through, and the situation that he was in, and it just made me just feel the need to call your show again and say, how well you dealt with it with me. You guys were great. It was amazing.
Well, Sue, it is Sue, isn't it?
Yes.
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 Yes. Yeah, I'm just double checking because I was looking at it wrong. I don't know how well we dealt it, but I know that a lot of people were worried about you, and because it was obviously you were going through a very stressful time.
Yeah.
How long has it been since you moved back to the UK? It's been a few months now, hasn't it?
Yeah, we came back actually in July.
How's it going?
Well, it's okay. It was. I'm still going through the. I only lost David like a year ago, last August.
Yeah.
So when I got back to the UK, they said to me, maybe you need to get some talking therapy, which is what they don't do in Switzerland. So I've just started doing this talking mental health stuff and doing the actual bereavement counselling, which is something that I'd never been offered before. So that's good. So yeah, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. It was just hearing David's story that really brought it home to me, how difficult it is when you are put in a situation when you know that someone's, you can't help them and they're going to die. And I don't know, it just really, listening to his story really made me think about how, when I called you, how it was.
Well, you sound so much more lucid than certainly the message you left for us. But even I know we spoke a couple of times and we emailed a few times, and you sound a lot more grounded than perhaps you were last time, and it sounds like you're heading in the right direction, if that makes sense.
Yes, I definitely am. Yes,
good.
Definitely.
Oh, I'm really pleased, Sue. It's nice to hear from you again.
Yeah.
How's
and just to say,
I was going to ask how's Christmas looking for you guys now?
Well, yeah, we've got a nice house and we're settled, and it's great to be home. And there's something missing, obviously.
Yeah.
It's obviously, losing someone who's so important to you is. I don't. You just got to work through, that sort of, I don't know.
No,
I don't know how to explain
no,
it,
of course you don't. It's almost
impossible. We're all
to
doing
explain.
really well. The
Brilliant.
kids are fine, and we've got a lovely house, and I've got a good job now. So,
Brilliant.
yeah, doing well.
Hey, Sue, listen, you can dip in and out whenever you want. You're very welcome to give us a call whenever you want, or not give us a call if you don't want. But I'm glad that I'm glad that you're alive, and I'm glad you're alive.
So am I.
Good.
And I hope that David stays that way as well, and that he finds the strength through his support network, because I think he did a really brave thing calling you.
Yeah.
I think that's what I did as well. You just got to reach out at some point and say, I need help with this. And that to me is, I really admire him for doing that, and my heart goes out to him.
Yeah, a lot of hearts went out to him, I think, last night. That was some call.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
Sue, listen, nice to talk to you.
For
Thanks
sure.
a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Take care. Bye-bye. If you missed the call from David last night, it was flipping heck. His wife had died that day. His wife, Sarah, no H, died that day, and he chose to phone us in the car. It was incredible, man. It was humbling, and I've emailed... I've had a brief little email, because I haven't had a phone all day, so it's been a bit tricky, but I emailed him, and he replied and said, thanks for letting me come on, and blah, 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 blah. And, he's got a long journey ahead of him. He offered me tickets to Paul McCartney as well.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah, he did. But I can't. I can't go because I've got the kids that weekend now, and it would be highly inappropriate of me to say yes. But I thought there's a very generous offer. Part of me is tempted to take them and then sell them on eBay at a hugely inflated price. No, it was a very generous offer, but of course I haven't taken up on that. But that just shows what a nice guy he is. And loads of people, some very interesting people as well, got in touch, said just, pass on my best to him. So, David, I'm sure you're probably not listening tonight, but you got my number, and I might have a phone tomorrow, who knows. Line 7, you're on the wireless.
Hello?
Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, how are you today?
That's none of your business.
I know you started earlier. I should have known better, shouldn't I?
Yes, you should. No,
I just wanted to talk about seasonal affective disorder,
yes.
which I recently found out I suffer from.
Oh.
And apparently it's really, really common. And
it is. And this is the thing where... is it the change in light over sort of winter periods can cause anxiety and depression?
Yeah, I actually 2 weeks ago I bought what they call a sad light.
Yeah.
Which you put on sort of in the morning, when you're having your breakfast, and when you get home in the evening, and it's early doors to say when it's working, but it's quite common, and I think people sort of see it as it's witchcraft and it's not real and all the rest of it. And I wondered how people, because I've heard of people actually committing suicide.
Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah, yeah. Well, this is like one of those big light boxes, is it? Describe it to me.
It's the one I bought. I mean, you can buy them from £10 to £500, but the one I bought was £40, and it's about the size of, if you remember back in the day in the 80s, where they had the small TVs, the whatever they were, like the Walkman things, but whatever they were called. It's about that size, and it's a lot of LEDs, and you kind of set it for an hour or something, and you put it, apparently you don't put it straight in front of you, you put it to your side, so it's just sort of shining on you.
Yeah.
And as I said, it's been 2 weeks, but it seems to be working, so...
In what way? I'm looking at some on Amazon. Flipping it, they're like, these ones are like 50, 60, 70, 80 quid. Like 120 quid.
The one I bought on Amazon, I think, was $39.99.
Is that the one? Is that
YouTube,
the Utopia light?
I couldn't tell you, but when I went on YouTube, the guy reviewed it and he said it was amazing.
Oh.
So I thought, yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. And it seems to be having an effect. I seem to be a little bit better than I am most years.
Well, if it seems to be having an effect, then it's having an effect. Whether it's the light or your brain, if you're feeling better, then it's having the effect, isn't it?
Oh yeah, but as I said, I was talking to somebody today whose friend committed suicide over it and everything, and I just think, yeah, this is really a big thing. We seem to be sort of underestimating it and making it a little bit. Maybe we're thinking it's not real when it is.
I think a lot of people. I was going to say most. I hesitate slightly, but I think a lot of people know that it's real now, don't they? It's been talked about. I remember it being talked about maybe 10 or 15 years ago as being a thing, and I wonder if I think a lot of people do take it as science now. Not some kind of quackery.
Yeah, it's just, I think earlier you were talking about Christmas and being quite sort of depressive.
Yeah.
Is that kind of, do you think it may be linked? If we lived in Australia and Christmas was in the middle of summer, we'd
I think possibly, but I also think Christmas has its own spell around it, which, because of the weight and the import we give Christmas and the memories and all of that stuff, that Christmas can actually be a tricky time anyway. The SAD to one side, there's so much pressure to have a great time and it's fun and it's family. Well, if you ain't got no family, or if you're divorced, or if your partner's just passed away or whatever, then it can be a really... Christmas is a time for celebrating, but also it's a time for remembering those that are past and taking stock of how great or how lousy you perceive your own life is. So I think there's an element of SAD for some, and I think for others it's just the magic of Christmas is inverted. It's quite a good sentence, that.
Okay.
Hey, listen, Brad, thank you for that. I really appreciate you sharing that with us.
Thank you for taking me on there.
No worries, man. Thank you very much indeed. The magic of Christmas is inverted. That's a great line. That's a great line. You get it? I'm going to say it again. That for some, the magic of Christmas is inverted. Let me set the music louder because it will make me sound very wise. I'm going to say, for some, the magic of Christmas is inverted. Now I'm going to do it in an Indian accent.
No, don't.
Really?
No.
Awkward.
Uncut after-hours conversation for the up-all-night generation. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
No.
So why did you retweet it?
Because normally, on his recommendation, it's going to be something interesting.
Sticky Wicket Stumps Parky. The former England cricketer Derek Pringle's memoir is as much about debauchery in the 80s as it is about sport. One of the funniest stories concerns Elton John's first wedding in Sydney. The reception took place on a boat which set sail for a wild night out, leaving Michael Parkinson, a guest, behind. Using his Yorkshire charm, he managed to persuade a police boat to take him. Unfortunately, the party-goers didn't recognise this as Parky's chauffeuring service and simply saw the fuzz approaching at speed. So they jettisoned what Pringle describes as their exotic pharmaceuticals into the harbour. Parky's cheery wave and subsequent boarding was not acknowledged with joy. That's very funny. Call straight to air, playing some nice chilled out music. Where is it? It's there. Oh, dearie me. I didn't do the accent. You can't do me for it. Hello, Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hi, Ian. Hi, Kat.
Hello.
Hello there.
This is Steve.
Hello,
For the past year, I've been mega nervous about going on air.
Okay.
So I thought finally break my duck.
Yes, mate.
And
Well
that's
done.
that's the duck with a D. So you're safe.
There we go. Okay, well, good, you're on air. Is there anything you want to say? Do you want me to abuse you? Do you want me to be nice to you? I'll do anything you want. Anything.
Nice will do.
All right, I can do that, just.
Well, it's just a weird thing to be sitting here and then 60,000 people listening.
Well.
So there you go.
Maybe.
The thing is, no, don't look down, as your kid said to you when you're on the jungle.
Yeah. I think the thing is, the good thing about that high wire act I did in the jungle is they make you wear goggles. I have no idea why. Health and safety, obviously, but what goggles going to do? But the goggles would steam up, and at the start I was wiping the goggles, and then I thought, if the goggles steam up, I can't see how high up I am. So suddenly all you can see is like 3 feet in front of you.
Uh-huh.
So it was a great... And also they kept telling me to stand up and walk. They obviously wanted me walking like that. I thought, nah, it's not in the rules. So that's why I was crawling along. I thought, no, it's not in the rules. I'm gonna get those stars, and you can kiss my bars.
Yeah, it's CBT. It's like distracting your mind, getting your mind... While you're thinking one thing, you can be... Like the poet Gibran said, even a stumbling tongue goes not backwards.
Oh,
so
I like
so
this
I thought I'd come on and stumble a bit. So
well, you go not backwards, my friend. You go not backwards.
You've imparted wisdom.
Yes.
One word leads to another, and that's a very good book if you want to check out. It's The Prophet by Gibran.
Okay.
Khalil Gibran.
And again, that's another... I'm going to call my autobiography that. One word leads to another. That's great.
And
this is the wisest
and
guy
then
we've ever had.
before you know it, you've reached the other side of the bridge. So the bread the name you're looking for, the bread is multi-seed.
Thank you. Multi-seed. Thank you.
And I've got multi-subjects in my head. So well done on calling out Steve Allen.
Well, his abuse of blind people is abhorrent. Absolutely abhorrent. And I think it's disgusting. And I also think that kind of act is tired and old. Going on. Anyway. It's
weirdly enough, I find them listenable because I think he's got two sides to him, and he has got some charisma. Unlike the other, is a good name for a band, but unlike the other LBC, what was it? Vanilla Robots. There's a name, the Vanilla Robots.
Vanilla Robots.
Name for a band.
That's a great name for a band. The Vanilla Robots.
the London Boys
Talk
thing.
radio is where it's at. This is where you want to be, Stephen. Forget those guys. Come and listen to these guys and gals we got here at Talk Radio. This is what it's all about. Hey, listen, Stephen, you phoned up. How does it feel?
Not so bad.
It went quicker.
Because I'm not there, I'm still here.
Well, exactly.
And, no one's died, so, I shouldn't have that, but I just,
Imagine if someone did. No one has. No one has died. Hey, listen, Stephen, I'm going to go because we've got a full switchboard.
Okay,
but nice to talk to you, man. We will speak again.
Sure.
Thank you, man. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye,
First
Stephen.
call.
That was a good one.
That was a cracker. A lot of wisdom in that
There was
call.
some highlights.
Well done, man. He just sucked it up and did it. Excellent. Let's go to line 8. Line 8, you're on the wireless.
Hello?
Hello, line 8.
Hello, is that Iain?
Is that line 8?
Iain?
Yes?
Iain?
Yes?
Is that Iain?
No, it's not.
I'd like to speak to Iain.
No, you can't speak to Iain. I forbid it.
Ah.
What's the password?
Password?
There's a password.
I don't know.
Well, then you can't speak to Iain until you know the password.
The password's gives your jacket.
Is what?
Gives your jacket.
It is the password. You're through to Iain.
Iain?
Hey, caller!
Is that Iain?
Yes, it's Iain Lee. You're live on Talk Radio. What can we do for you?
Gives your jacket.
No. Hung up. Giss your jacket? Or cheesy jacket? Giss your jacket. Isn't that from something? I'm thinking of Giss a Job. Giss a Job from the boys from the Black Stuff. Giss your jacket. Is that from something?
From that caller's twisted mind.
No, I think that is that's something. Giss your jacket. That's something, isn't it? I think. Hey, is there anything... This is the greatest meal in the world, right? Jacket potato, done properly in the oven. Too much butter, cut into the potato. Piping hot baked beans poured onto the potato. You can cook the baked beans either in the microwave, in a saucepan, or I like to do it in my toaster.
What?
A little attachment on the toaster.
You have not bought that, have you?
You can cook the beans on the toaster.
You never.
And then grated cheddar cheese on top of that. There is no... You can go to I've been to some of the fanciest restaurants in the world. I went to the restaurant at the top of the Twin Towers, obviously before. I've eaten at the Ivy. I've eaten at some of the fanciest restaurants in the world. Nothing is better than a buttery, beany, cheesy jacket potato.
I disagree.
Go on.
What you need to get involved with again, because I bet you haven't done it for a while,
yeah,
is a jam butty. Oh, a jam butty is just the job.
No, it's not, mate. That's because you're from up north. Down south, jam butties were frowned upon.
Really? Why?
Because they're rubbish.
What do you have instead then?
Well, we'd have fish paste.
Ooh.
Vaughan. That is a Bournemouth. Vaughan.
Sorry?
That was a Bournemouth.
Okay.
Vaughan.
Anything else?
No.
Thanks for calling. There we go. Simple as that. It's that time of night. It's 10 to 1 on a Friday night. I've no idea what the last two calls have been about. But I've enjoyed them. This music is really creating the vibe.
It is. It's mesmeric.
Would you mind if I skin up? Can I skin up?
I would mind.
Okay, well...
I don't think you should.
I would like to skin up. I'm only joking, guys. Kellner's holding the stash. He's already sparked up a few doobies. He's got some doobies on the go out there.
Them's not doobies, them's Hopi ear candles.
What is the reckoning behind Hopi ear candles? It's supposed to create a vacuum in your ear.
It'll suck up, I guess, but I mean...
It's obviously bullshine, right?
I don't think that you should put anything in your... You're not supposed to put anything in your ear that's bigger than your smaller than your elbow, but also setting fire to it.
I remember when I was a kid, I had terrible earache. Because you don't see people... We've mentioned this before. You never see people with cotton wool in their ears anymore. In the 70s and 80s... You'd see half a dozen people before you even got to school with cotton wool in their ears.
This time of year especially.
But I had a terrible earache and the cotton wool wasn't cutting it. And my mum had heard if you put warm oil in the ear, it would melt the wax. So she got some cooking oil boiled it, and then poured it in my ear.
What? Boiling oil in your ears?
Yeah, I was like 13. I was 13 years old. I'll never forget it. I collapsed in pain, and I was in so much pain, I scampered under the dining table to hide. Boiling oil in my ear. Hey, Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Grated cheese, chips and beans. Oh, yeah.
Dirty boy, how dare you phone up and you do sex talk to us down the phone. Shame on you. Dirty boy. Cheesy chips, though. Got to have them quick, because the cheese hardens. You've got to have them quick. But, yeah, cheesy chips. It's good. Last Saturday night, I went out and got some chips from a chip shop. They're a bit burnt, actually. But the highlight of that meal was the pickled egg that I got.
Oof.
Oh, in fact, this is what I want for Christmas, a jar of pickled eggs.
Where do I get them?
I don't know, go to a chippy or something.
What, and say I'll take the lot? Like I miss money bags.
Also, you get have you seen the little paper bags the pickled eggs come in? It's like a little pickled egg size paper bag. It's genius. It's like they're wearing a little hat. A little pickled egg hat. Let's go to line 10. Line 10, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello, line 10.
Hiya. Wanted to phone up all evening, but all I want to ask about is...
Does your mum know you're phoning up, young man?
Hey?
Does your mother...
I like the music. I love...
Does your mother know you're phoning up at this time of night, young man?
Yes.
Okay, well, in that case, away you go. You sound like a 12... I know you're not. You're a grown woman. But you sound like a 12-year-old boy.
I know. You'd be surprised how old I am, but...
I wouldn't. 52.
I am a qualified Reiki therapist, and I like that music. I can do a bit of Reiki on you.
Well, go on then.
Well, that's on.
Go on.
Well,
oh, my nose. My nose is bunged up.
Not today. Okay. Well, what I wanted to ask about is I've got tickets to your show Sunday, and I've been really worried about it.
Oh.
I wanted to know what... You know when you, agree you want to go somewhere, you really want to go,
yeah,
and then you just think, oh, no, I just can't go now. I just can't.
Yeah.
I still want to come along.
What are you worried about?
I'm just... It's like depression and that kind of stuff. You think, oh, I really want to do it. You really want to go, and then when it gets nearer and nearer, you're probably the same. You're just like, nah, I could just...
Yeah,
stay
so
at
many
home.
events I've blown out on the day, or sometimes I've even turned up at the place and then just gone, I can't do this, and I've
Absolutely.
gone out. Well, listen.
But I really want to go. So I just thought, can you tell what are the games going to be?
You've got tickets for the game event
Yeah,
at 4.
I know that feels like
This is going to be the most. It's going to be the most ridiculous. It's going to be a shambles. It's going to be a car crash. It's going to be a mess, right? So I've got the Family Fortunes game and a Top Trumps.
Okay.
I've got a silly sausage.
Have you played Silly Sausage?
Never heard of it.
Oh, it's funny,
fun.
man. It's funny.
Silly sausage and Operation I've got.
And then people will be bringing their games. Here's the thing, right? You don't have to take part if you don't want to. If you want to sit at the back...
Okay, so you don't have to come...
Oh, no.
I've got these visions of having to do Twister or something.
No, you do not have to do anything, and we're very cool. We don't pick on the audience. But also, if we did say to someone, you, sir, would you like... And the person goes, nope, then we don't ask any questions and we move on to the next thing.
But also, the crowd is a very relaxed group of people, right? There'll be a lot of people coming on their own, and you can join in, not join in, but you won't feel like you're on your own. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, I have a friend that's supposed to be coming with me, but he was taken into hospital last week, and he's had like a kidney stent put in.
Anything to get out of coming out with you.
I know. He's still going to come, but he's probably going to need to go to the toilet a lot. Is that okay?
I think toilets are available, yes.
There is a toilet.
Okay.
We'll bring a bucket.
So it's not like the theatre where you're not allowed to...
Oh, no, it's raucous and it's stupid and it's dumb and it's fun.
You can come and go and the bar is open and you can do what you feel like.
Okay, great.
We'll see you on Sunday, hopefully.
Should we bring some games? Should we bring some games along?
Bring a couple of games along if you've got them, but there's no pressure. Hey, listen, I have to go because Killer Kellner's here.
Yep.
Okay, darling, I'll hopefully see you Sunday.
Let us know if you rock up. Come and say hello.
Okay, will do.
Cheers,
bye.
bye-bye.
And
Mr.
I will
Kellner.
kill you. I will kill you if you don't let me say what's in the show.
You've got 40 seconds, Mr. Kellner. Sorry, it's not longer, Mr. Kellner, sir. Sorry, sir.
Dogs, what's the point of them? They're stupid. We've got...
Yes, at last! Wisdom. Oh, bless you, Martin.
No
yes.
worries. We have an academic on who's proved that dogs are stupid.
Yeah.
We're also proving tonight that Canadians are nicer than Americans, and we know they are.
Yeah.
But so far there's been no academic research to show that Canadians are nicer than Americans.
You've got science for that.
We've got science for that as well.
You've got 10 seconds.
And
Go on.
we're also marking the death of John Lennon 38
Is John
years
Lennon
ago.
dead?
Yes, he is, I'm afraid. 38 years
What a
ago.
bummer to end the show
Yeah.
on. Martin Kellner's on after the news. This is Talk Radio.